He got
You know,
a rocky gullet. I'm sorry.
come on, bro. Why you gotta start off like that?
I didn't have to do that. I'm sorry.
Just disgusting.
Ladies, gentlemen, Tekken ranked players, welcome to another one. 128. We back and we better than ever.
What is Chipotle doing with Tekken 8?
Oh, I think they yeah, so they were I saw this and it was very like I was like if I wasn't worried about those record high and fines for food poisoning that you guys paid,
Bro's
I
been
would
talking about that since we was in high school, man. I ain't never had a messed up Chipotle experience.
see I know people who did and it's like I'm getting a lot more hip to that because I went to Five Guys. I had something like that. And I didn't know if it was the Five Guys. Remember that night my shit was like 2 days, my shit was like cooked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know for sure if it was the Five Guys, but then when I seen somebody saying online, like, yo, I done tried Five Guys a few times, and every time I got sick, I'm like, huh.
I see that's another restaurant. I never granted I don't get Five Guys often, but I didn't know they were known for people to get sick at.
I didn't know either, but considering happened to me last time, and somebody saying that usually happens to them, I'm like, oh yeah, huh? Oh yeah, huh? But so anyway, so the deadly Mexican restaurant decided to run a promo with Tekken 8 on some basically like it's gonna come with a code. You buy this, you get 500 Tekken coins in the game. And I forgot how far it's 500 Tekken coins goes in the game. I didn't check to look at the conversion, but I think 500 was a decent amount. I think it was like $5 worth of coins or $10 worth of coins or something. So that was that whole deal. And hey, I'm like, hey, look, if Cordoba would have ran this, I'd have rocked with him. Hell, if Mose would have ran this, I might have tried it. But like Chipotle, I'm sorry, I'm good on those because I haven't gotten sick off Chipotle, but I've definitely felt a little odd off Chipotle a few times.
I was gonna get Chipotle tonight.
Oh, well, best of luck, friend.
It's crazy. Uber Eats sent me a message said they're doing buy one get one free burritos at Chipotle for a limited time. This is like last month, and
Hmm.
then the day after I got that promo, one of the restaurants got shut down by the health department. I'm like, oh, so y'all trying to recoup the product the money at a different restaurant.
You niggas is selling that that blasphemous barbacoa. You niggas is sick.
I bet it's only certain stuff at Chipotle that make me sick too.
Niggas is selling that destined death.
Destined death. Niggas are selling that lettuce that was killing people. Niggas selling the chicken that's slathered in salmonella. Niggas selling the beans. They got I don't even know if it's been any bean outbreaks, but they got dastardly beans.
He said, I don't even know what the beans do.
They got whatever fungus be in that rice that be taking out farmers.
Hmm.
They got the platter of death all coming together to make the most heinous concoction in fake Mexican food history.
But I'll tell you what, if you live, you get 500 technical. You get 500 tech. So, flat or death, 500 technical coins. I mean, hey. I got to think about it. Can I get a few hours to think on it? Please.
I don't
Um,
even think I was already gonna get it anyway. Now it's just the icing on top.
oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the icing, all right. It's definitely the dagger, huh?
That's not icing. It's
No, it's that's the
rabies on top.
no, that's icing, all right.
It's the foam from a rabid animal.
They just they collected foam from 18 different rabies patients. So we have the most potent bestial rabies foam that the world has ever seen.
Hey, if anything, this might cure rabies. It's like two negatives makes a positive. If you go around collecting the foam from every animal with rabies, eventually somebody's gonna be strong enough to survive.
You said, look, you take all these 19 cultures of foam, put them all in the same petri dish with a 3D printed organ, and watch magic happen. Something. I can assure you, something will arise out of this.
I think the foam is my favorite symptom of rabies.
Why do you favorite symptom of rabies? What the hell? Of course there are, bro. Are there others? What are the fucking symptoms of rabies?
You don't know the symptoms of rabies? Oh, brother.
Do I know? No, I know a bunch of them are just like insanity, essentially. Like it's just like
Nick,
you're,
my least
like you're,
favorite symptom is the hydrophobia. Niggas see water and get to wigging out. They can't drink water.
oh, you talking about melee players?
If I was talking about melee players, I think smell would be involved. No,
Hydrophobia is what you're saying.
I was talking about drinking it, but I guess
They're
if
not
they in
drinking
and
it. They're
out
not
with it,
showering in it. They're
yeah.
not. No, 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 no. Don't put that on my hands, please. Don't.
Does Smash have a hygiene rule like Yu-Gi-Oh does? Like Yu-Gi-Oh, it's literally a
I'm
rule that
sure.
when you
Well, let's
stank
be
it,
real here.
you automatically lose.
Think about the crowd. You tell me the difference between a Yu-Gi-Oh crowd and a Smash Bros crowd. Like I feel like it's the same shit for
I
real.
absolutely could not even begin to differentiate.
Like I feel like that's the same thing. So yeah, I can see that being a problem for real. But let's see. So where are we going with this? Hold on, I gotta delete a few things on my computer to free up some space. So if you want to transition us into something, by all means, go for it.
Oh, we don't even have an agenda.
Oh, we do. I'm sorry, I didn't post it. But
Did
yeah,
not
we do have
post
an
it.
agenda.
Did not send it to me.
No, I sent it. Don't do that. And if I didn't
Nah.
send it, then I simply won't apologize for that, even though it's my fault.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I'll do? I'll send it now and say I've been sent it.
That's
How you
not.
feel?
I need you
How you
posted
how you
because I'm
feeling
not
about
even
that
checking
one?
my email right
How
now.
you feel? How you feeling about that one?
Actually, I don't even have an email anymore. I got my email deleted for nefarious activity, so you can't send it now.
They deleted your email?
See, you would know that didn't happen if you sent it.
Oh man. Oh, he's good. Oh, he's good. Oh, he's good.
What would you have to do to get your email deleted?
Brother, you would have to do something. I first off, whatever you would have to do, I couldn't say it here. I absolutely could not say it here. At least not in the first hour of the pod. Like that had to be back half. Like
I feel like you wouldn't even get your email deleted. You would just get thrown in jail because the government watching.
they wouldn't even throw you in jail. They would throw you in a subsection of the jail. That's like the ghetto of the jail.
They would throw you in a dog kennel with dogs still there.
And then when niggas hear what you did in the dog kennel, they like, yeah, man, just hope you can stay here. You're like, what you mean? You're like, buddy, listen, you really shouldn't have did what you did. I'm not gonna hold you. Hold on, I'm getting a agenda, but I'm bullet pointing these things, so this isn't like an absolute eyesore to read.
Did
So
you
yeah,
look at the eclipse today?
I did. I actually just came from walking my dog like an hour ago, and looking at the eclipse.
I didn't get
Um,
to see it. I ended up working through it like some sort of fucking slave.
well, I guess you see it that way, but I think the fact that everyone walked outside and stared at a bright object at the same time, I think that makes us slaves in a sense.
Yeah. I was also about to say it's not like I haven't seen an eclipse before. I saw the one in 2017.
It was funny
Like
because like I
our
didn't
whole
I didn't
office went on the roof of our building and looked at it.
anybody jump. Uh, I didn't
Hmm.
particularly care that much about like these are one of these events where it's like I don't care about it until the day of, and then I'm like, well, I want to feel included. What's going on, guys? What y'all getting up to?
I knew I was cooked because I didn't care. And then I didn't even know what day it was happening. And I started looking at the news and I'm like, oh, I don't even have glasses. So this is really chopped. I can't even look.
Oh, you should have went to the gas station, got you a white rhino and some glasses. Some joints is like $5, probably less than that.
Now, how does the white rhino come into effect here?
Solar eclipse are once in a lifetime. When's the next time you're gonna do a white rhino?
Probably never because it should have killed me.
So would you say it's once in a lifetime?
I'd say it's taken a lifetime.
Just think on that. Just think on that. But yes, I watched that clips. It was cool, I guess.
What was the totality in New Jersey?
I think I looked it up. It wasn't like it was. I think the highest you were supposed to get, depending on where you were, based on the coverage of the city, was like 89. I think where we were, or 90.
Yeah, DC was 90 as well, which I
Yeah,
think is better than the one in 2017. The one in 2017 was not that high.
I see some places that fucking 70 and 60. I'm like, oh yeah, I was probably seeing like there was probably like animals falling out of the sky over there, huh? That's been my one of my favorite things about this eclipse is just the sheer insanity of
That's been
and
my least favorite thing. It's been making me like actually violently angry every time I see these conspiracy theory niggas. I'm just like, it's not even conspiracy theory. Like usually people like have conspiracy theories like, oh, the government's doing. It's just niggas with religious psychosis.
basically
Like
um,
it's niggas. Everybody's saying, well, not everybody. The insane people were saying that CERN was going to open a portal for
yeah.
demons to come through, and we were just going to start seeing demons in our everyday to day
Can I
life, like
can I
just
ask a
roaming
question?
around.
Why is it always demons? It's never nothing else. Like, what if they opened a portal, right? And they just pulled, I don't know, something mundane through. Like, why is it like why do
Or
we believe
Cthulhu. A portal could have something to do with something other than demons. First off, since when are portals part of religion? Portal sounds like scientific to me, but they're going to use CERN. The scientific company is going to use
Mhm.
scientific instruments to open a portal to biblical hell so demons come through?
Look, all I'm saying is I feel like if we open a portal knowing the human luck, I don't think the first time we open it, it would let demons through. I feel like it would just let through something so like it would just let through like the contents of the ocean or in a random spot. Like like you open a portal, oh nigga, are these eels? Are these baby eels?
We
Nigga open a
found them.
port. Yeah, nigga open a portal and seen the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle for the first time. Like, why is it like we open a portal? And, oops, demon. Like, I feel like there's so many steps between opening a portal to secondary realm and opening whatever the hell a portal would be, right? Like, however you want to describe that concept. Because come on now, but opening up, like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, I get it. They slamming some atoms and types of shit at some nutty ass speeds. Sure, maybe something could just explode and it opens something. Sure. I'm willing to just because it would be cool. I don't even care if it's possible. It would be cool. So I'm willing to
It
believe
would
you
be
there.
something different at least.
Yeah, it'd be cool. So like, yeah, oh wow, they slammed Uda Boo Boo and Nutrududurium together, and then they just opened the portal by accident. Oops. And yeah, so it just was like raining in there. It was crazy. It was open the portal, it was just raining. Like, what do you mean? I could look through the portal. I saw a place. I don't know where that place is though. Like I don't. It was like an island or something. I think it was raining there. I didn't see people, but it was cool. It was cool. It was tough for sure. Or what if you opened a portal and it was 20,000 elephants?
Now, why would it be like where they is there just a stockpile of elephants that are just like somewhere and we're just like periodically pushing them out every once in a while? You found
I,
like the elephant source?
I'm glad you asked because Botswana is fed up. Botswana threatens to send 20,000 elephants to Germany in protest of trophy hunting ban. So Botswana is home to a third of the world's savanna elephants. And they're basically like, the conservationists for elephants. So Botswana has 20,000 elephants.
Yeah, I would hope they have more if they're a third of the amount.
Yeah, they've got 20 bands. So I think um Botswana, they apparently have 130,000. And basically they're trying to stop niggas from trophy hunting these elephants, right? So the German
Right.
environmental ministry is pushing to ban the import of elephant trophies. Uh, and they plan to deliver their plan to their counterparts in Botswana. And so Germany is one of the largest importers of hunting trophies in general, in the whole European Union. Which I'm not gonna get into the implications there, but you guys see them. That being Germany and all. But the potential ban. Sparked basically Germany got mad. And so Germany got
All the
mad.
trophy hunters of Germany.
Yeah, well, no, not just like the government itself. Like, mind you, the environmental
Is there
ministry is.
money to be made in trophy hunting?
Well, think about it. Who trophy hunts?
Rich people,
Thank you.
specifically rich
You
men.
got your answer right there. That's your answer right there. Just follow the path until it starts to add up.
But like niggas, so like they're not even making. I always thought trophy hunters like niggas aren't selling anything. It's just rich assholes that want to mount a tiger head on their wall. So like they're not even missing out any money. They're mad because they don't have the opportunity to fucking
Import
put
them.
elephant tusks on their fucking wall on their mantle.
Apparently, again, Germany is one of the EU's largest importers of hunting trophies. Yes, the answer is yes. They do it. They keep any part of it, whether it's the head, the skin, the tusk. They keep some. And so literally I'm crying because I'm thinking to myself, like the German environmental ministry is like, yeah, we with y'all. We agree with y'all. Da da da. Nigga went back to his boss. He said, yeah, we're not doing that shit. Fuck is he talking about? And old boy just get the news and he's like, yeah, look, I tried, man. Yo, it's cool. Just listen.
20,000 elephants coming your way.
Listen, you might want to get out of Germany soon. What you mean? We're gonna
I want to
airdrop
know.
20. We're
Yeah, I
gonna
want to know the
airdrop
havoc, the of just 20,000 elephants just showing up in Germany with nobody to wrangle them.
20,000 elephants. I wholeheartedly believe is like akin to like a World War II army.
20,000 elephants is basically the rumbling from Attack on Titan.
Truly, truly. Not sure the
I thought,
context of that, but I know there's really big niggas in that show. So yeah, no, I agree
I
with you.
think 20,000 anything is enough to like cripple a government. Like,
Oh yeah,
imagine they
yeah,
sent 20,000 rats over there. Nigga, it's over. They're getting another Black Plague.
yeah.
And
Or
20,000 roaches over there. It's, nigga, Germany is gone. They are wiped off the map.
20,000 1 foot tall praying mantises that I've been developing in my lab, and I just need the funding to make sure we get to, to the next level, guys.
Is this
Just
your
so.
pitch to get the funding? Are they listening right now?
Well, this isn't a great pitch because I'm speaking about calamity, huh?
I mean, some niggas are in the calamity.
But no, the funniest part is they talked to the president, who his first name's Harsh, so I'm gonna go with his last name, which is Masisi. Um, they asked him like he was like, oh, like da da da, and he was like, it's not a joke. that's
Oh,
that's
we're dead ass.
that's what he said. It is very easy to sit in Berlin and have an opinion about our affairs in Botswana. We are paying the price. So he said, look, dog, I'm finna make it happen.
I'm loving all these African countries finally standing up for themselves against colonialism. Africa
Mm-hmm.
been talking spicy to these niggas in recent times. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, they had a ban of trophy hunting in 2014, and then 5 years later, they reversed the ban as a lot of locals protested the loss of income, damaged crops, and elephants, offing livestock, which makes sense, right? Because if nobody's there to cull the population, the elephants just start pulling up. What y'all got going on here? Huh? Yeah. Oh, I like this. I like this. Oh, that's your cow. That's your little cow. You like that? You like your cow? Okay. You'd be mad if I gored him and threw him through your roof?
Yes, nigga. What do you think? Well, I mean, I'm
He said,
smart enough to know that you're not gonna like it. That's what makes this really fun.
because I'm strong enough for you to not do anything about
Exactly.
it. So I don't know. I mean, like save the elephants, or maybe don't, or I don't know. Just figure something out. Figure out what works. Shout out to Botswana though, fighting back against the German imperialism.
Facts.
But speaking of sending creatures somewhere,
Uh-huh.
uh, a YouTuber sent himself to Haiti to decide to report on some things going on in Haiti. We missed this last week, and I know this is a little late, but I wanted to get in on it because I just wanted to get my punches in.
Okay.
So this guy who I don't know, his name is something
Your
Arab.
favorite Arab.
Yeah, right. Which again, guys, the PR, it's just not. You understand? It's not good. It's not good. So he goes there.
So
He gets.
initially, I was already calling him fucking stupid for going to a war torn
Yeah,
country.
just going there in general, you're an idiot.
But once I actually looked into his content, and this is what he does, he goes to different places and post up with different, I guess, insurgents, like niggas pulling up to the Taliban and posing with them, taking pictures, shit like that. So like, niggas actually make this type of content, surprisingly. Like, you know how
Yeah.
Vice used to like do the whole shit where they would look like ganglands and start interviewing like the
Yeah,
drug
yeah, yeah.
lords in the cartel.
Oh yeah, trust me. I saw his page and I saw a couple of headlines and I said, keep that nigga a little longer.
Yeah. And then once he got free, I was like, y'all should have kept him.
Yeah, no. I would say worse than that. But
Once the
once he
nigga
got
got free,
free,
I wish the rumors of cannibalism were true.
he said, I hope that this was one of those horror movies that they're like, yeah, don't even show this anywhere. We're gonna ban this.
Yeah.
Like this is
I
a
mean,
snuff. It's a snuff film. Like don't
yeah.
even. You can't even show us this, nigga. This is not. Don't put this on tape, brother. But yeah, so he gets freed, and then the first thing he does when he gets freed is write along Instagram post because I mean, come on now, what's the
What is
difference
this
between
nigga?
a kidnapped YouTuber and a NFL wide receiver? Um,
Mm.
but he decides that he's gonna make a post, an Instagram or text, excuse me, Twitter post. And so basically in his post, he's just like, yeah, I'm in some like desert in Haiti, da da da. Which funny enough, there's no desert in Haiti, but look, I
It's true.
digress.
I thought anybody with common sense would know. It's an island nation. What the fuck do you mean desert in Haiti?
He like, no, bro, Africa's an island and it has desert. But
What
anywho,
I also don't understand because I don't think this is a hoax. I believe he really did get kidnapped. So where did he get the fucking? Where did he get the desert from? He just made that up for what?
I don't know. Maybe he had to tell his dumbass story, but he gets back basically saying I was trapped in some spot. That he's describing the conditions he was held in, and yeah, again, me at this point when I'm reading this, I don't know anything about this guy, not a thing. I don't know any. I just know he's a YouTuber who went there, and in my head, I'm like, you shouldn't have went there, but I mean, damn, that sucks, bro. Wishing you the best, because I mean, damn, you was just there to cover the news, huh? Like, like again, my naive ass, not knowing, not thinking, not even looking nothing into this shit. Then I see the statement. I'm reading the statement, da da da, and then at some point, what was the line about like looking at the
He
flag or
said when you when you're praying, when you're fighting for your life, you pray to God, not the rainbow flag.
yeah? As soon as I read that, I remember Smooth thinking to myself, toss his ass in a blender now. Yo,
Yo,
I'm tired of it.
I really want to know what, and I didn't follow up anymore on it because he's a shithead. I don't really care, but like, I want to know what his response was when niggas started asking, "What did gay people have to do with you getting kidnapped in Haiti?"
And the crazy part is, like I said, I didn't start seeing none of the stuff about who he was until after I read that. And I'm like, who is that? Then I start seeing him niggas in Paris. I start seeing I seen a screenshot of his videos, and it's like I trade 6 cows for an African wife, and I'm like, yo, my man,
Oh
come here,
man, yeah,
come
no,
here,
yeah.
come here. That's like I'm sorry, what's your name? Barbecue, barbecue. Okay, barbecue. Can you do me a favor? can, can, can you live up to your namesake?
Please,
just this once. Just this once.
please.
Kansas City, whichever region, barbecue, Texas. I don't know what type of barbecue you get into. Haitian barbecue. I don't know. Maybe it's fire. I don't know what it's like. I thought y'all did jerk down there, but maybe y'all do barbecue too. I don't know. Just
Barbecue
show
is
me.
a hilarious ass name in general, but a name for a gang leader is
Yeah, because
his name barbecue is
I
crazy.
I can assure you, I don't want to or need to ask why you have that name.
Mm-mm. Under no circumstances, no.
None of the responses I think are suitable for me to hear, at least. But yeah, so this was wild, and I was just thinking, yeah, Mr. Barbecue. Do you have an iron? Have you ever heard of an iron bull? Is that a concept
Hmm.
you're familiar with? Oh, you're not. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Okay, so so do you have like maybe like a metal drum, a steel drum, anything like that? Like
Listen, Mr. Barbecue, I'm just gonna send you
I'm gonna
the
send you a
entire
Wikipedia link.
Saw franchise. Come up with any one of these traps.
Yeah, just 48 hours, just hit me back and just let me know if you want to combine a few of those, like whatever you want to do there.
As a matter of
Uh,
fact,
uh,
I'm just gonna send you the last movie because you know
well, yeah.
the traps get crazier as it goes on. So just I don't know if y'all got the engineering down here to do this, but please.
I'm sure y'all can find the raw materials. You just need a skilled tradesman. I can get a skilled tradesman there fast today, probably. Like, would just let me know. Yeah, so out Shala for this guy for sure. And let's see. So I'm trying to dance around because I know sports and music is gonna take up the biggest chunk of this pod. So I'm sort of just trying to touch on everything first before we spend 40 minutes talking about women's basketball, or 40 minutes talking about J. Cole.
Or 40 minutes talking about Rashid Rice.
Well, right. Well, he'll be right. So, actually, I hadn't even put him on here. So, sure, I'll add his ass right now. So you guys ever been in a position where you feel like somebody trying to play you like you broke? Like it is subtle. Like it ain't like one of them like.
Anytime I get an Uber and it's a Tesla and they lean back to open the door for me. Like
that is oddly
you broke
specific.
to know how to open the door, so I'm gonna open it for you.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good one. I'm gonna tell you one from the headlines this week, and you let me know if this is a reasonable assumption that a nigga was calling you broke.
This is gonna be bad if this made news.
Customer pulls pistol on Burger King employee after getting a discounted breakfast, police said.
Yeah, they definitely thought they was calling him broke.
So the employee, whose name is Howard, right, told the news station he was taking a customer's order: 2 sausage, egg, and cheese croissants, a sausage biscuit, and hash browns, which totaled about $8. First off, where do you live? Because I'm coming. $8?
I was gonna say, nigga, that sounds like this is
that was like 15. Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm like $8 for 2 croissants, a sausage biscuit, and hash browns with an S? With an S, plural?
Was this before the deal, or this was the deal?
And nigga, this was 2024. This was on Easter.
No, I'm saying this is before the deal, like before they tried to combo it to. And
yeah. Hold on. Yeah, right. So all that totaled about $8, right? And so Howard, this is Howard's recollection of the story. He says, my order can't be right. Yeah, the hash browns by themselves be like $2.59, like no bullshit. But so the customer says, well, my order can't be right. It should be like $11, which is hilarious that you come here so often to get the same shit. He knows exactly what that shit cost. He said, nah, something not right. He's 2007 price. Nah, my shit's supposed to be like 11. I think it was like 11.69 is what he normally be. Nigga can know he know the tax on that hoe. And so Howard's trying to explain to him that they have a promotion going on and it's cheaper. And the guy started cursing and getting all loud. So Howard says, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why you want to pay more money. And he shouldn't have said that because that really set him off. He didn't like that. He's like, so you think I'm pressed by $4? Okay. Okay. The customer sped away from the scene. But images captured on surveillance video at the business show he returned a short time later and pulled alongside another car parked outside the drive-thru window. Images show that he then got out the car and pointed a pistol in the direction of the window and the employee. My nigga, I'm not fucking broke, my nigga. On me, bro. You're not gonna sit here and call me broke in front of my bitch. His girl not even in the car.
It's his girl's fault. I'm blaming his girl.
She's not even in the car. Ain't nobody in the car.
He calls him broke so often that he immediately.
He said, "I blame black women."
It's black women fault. Howard calling me broke.
He said, "See, I blame Sexy Red and the city because
you know how low down in the ditch dirt your personality. You're not your personality. You're fucking your what do you call it?
Self-esteem. I don't know.
Yeah, your self-esteem. Like, how low is your self-esteem to where a nigga's giving you a deal, and it's hard times for everybody.
And it sounds like a good ass deal.
It sounds like mad because you're saving money. Like, I can't even imagine what's going through his head.
My nigga, it's $11, bro. Stop acting like I don't got it, dog. Yo, yo, you gonna make me spin, yo. You gonna make me spin this bitch, yo.
I would kill to save $4 on the meal.
He would kill to pay for it.
Man, if I order some food, if I order some wings from restaurant and they forget my sauce, I say the whole order missing. I'm not playing. Leaving money on the table.
Nigga did the hairdresser. I'm not fucking playing with niggas when they act like, dog, if I order a drink and my meal don't come with the drink, I didn't get nothing.
I didn't get the whole, yeah, exactly. If I order blue cheese and you give me ranch, I'm taking off at least 5 wings. I'm getting some type of retribution.
He said, if I ordered ranch and honey mustard and I look in the bag and it's just honey mustard, you're chopped. You're chopped.
I literally did that over the weekend. I got smash burger and I got their tenders. And they gave me the wrong flavor tenders. They still gave me the right amount, but since you gave me the wrong flavor, I just deducted it. I didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because like, what were you doing? I don't want that. Like, and shit, what happened to back in the day where, like, when they used to mess your order up at Wendy's or McDonald's or something, they let you keep the shit if you needed that.
Yeah,
because I used to do that with niggas. I remember my boss used to get mad as hell. He's like, bro, don't wait. He said, I'm like, I know what a nigga said. I'm looking at that nigga. He ate half of the burger. He's finna eat that. Like I don't like. It don't matter if that's the wrong saying. He wasn't allergic or nothing. Like he just was like, yo, I ordered a double cheeseburger and got a single bacon cheeseburger. You know what I mean? I ordered a McDouble and got a bacon cheeseburger. And so it's just like he's halfway through that bacon cheese. He's gonna finish that bacon cheeseburger.
Why would even taking the order back even cross your mind? Like it's not like you order something off Amazon and you try to return it, nigga. The food has been
in front of me. Yeah,
you
right.
Gonna take it away just to throw it away because you don't want me to get more food than I paid for?
Yeah, that's how, and it depends. Yeah, and it depends because you get certain managers who will really be on that shit, like, and they really like, nah, get it, make sure he. I'm like, bro, if a nigga ever come to the drive-thru, and that was my whole thing. Like, if you gonna come here and refute like a $20 order, then yeah, of course, we gonna go through all the games. I want to see the receipt. I want to see the food. I want to see all that. But like, dog, we talking like, oh, it was for a $2 burger, and bro, I don't care if you're running game. Take the McDouble. It does not matter to me, bro. Like. We got McDoubles just sitting in the heating tray that's gonna get thrown out in 2 hours. Like, what are we talking about? Them shit stale as hell too. Like, get this nigga the free stale McDouble, which is gonna be a disappointment. But because he got 2 sandwiches, it's somewhere in between. I hate this and this is exactly what I wanted. Like, he'll be all right.
If you treat niggas wrong, they might come back up there with the kablammer. It's 2 sides of the coin. It's one nigga mad that you calling him broke, so he come back up there. It's one nigga that's broke and you play in his face, so you come back up there. So I mean, treat people right.
Really, the moral of the story here is don't work at McDonald's. Oh man. But yeah, this was actually nutty. And then speaking of not working at McDonald's or Burger King, Amazon has these stores called what are they called? Just Walk Out stores. Nope. They have AI stores that are called Just Walk Out, right? So the way
that's different than Amazon Fresh. I thought it was just Amazon Fresh stores that had the AI.
Nah, so I don't shop at Whole Foods enough to really know well, so I could be wrong. And I'm sure Ant, our man who literally works at Whole Foods, would be able to tell you everything in detail that I don't actually want on the pod. But basically, I think Amazon Fresh is essentially Amazon's, like, they partner with Whole Foods to fulfill those orders because they bought Whole Foods. Remember, like Whole Foods used to be a separate entity. Amazon bought it years.
I know they have Whole Foods, but they also have physical locations for Amazon Fresh without Whole
Really?
That's why I thought the AI.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. You might be right. I'm reading the article. It said Amazon is removing Just Walkout tech from all of its fresh grocery stores in the U.S.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Right. So this Just Walkout technology, right, was supposed to be the self-checkout system relying on cameras, sensors, and human eyeballs to track what y'all leave the store with, and then charge you accordingly, right? This. I very ambitious. I see what they were going for with this. I just thought I didn't think this was even necessary, and it wasn't. And honestly, the problem more so than the necessity of this is that the technology just didn't have
actually
a lot of
exist.
Yeah, And so a lot of this is supposed to be the illusion of automation and AI and all this other shit. AI, Amazon's talking about all this generative AI and What they found was that essentially these stores with no actual cashiers, self-checkout system that just relies on these sensors and cameras. Yeah, all those sensors and cameras and all that were actually being scanned by 1,000 real people in India, ensuring accurate checkouts.
See, if I had known that, I'm actually kind of disappointed. If I'd known that's what it was, then I would have went there more. I thought they like just, I thought it was like an AI system,
He
and
thought it was real.
I thought it was real. Like I fell for it. So I'm like, okay, so they gonna know everything when I walk in the store. It's gonna be a bajillion cameras on me. They're gonna see everything. I didn't even think about, going. But once I heard that it was just niggas looking, I missed out because them niggas. I think they interviewed one of the people. Was like, dog, there's no way that we could possibly see everything. Niggas be getting up on us.
Mm-hmm. And the funniest part is like they did all of this, and then people were having all types of issues, like receipts getting sent to them hours later, mismanaged orders scanning shit, leaving shit off, adding shit on. And then think about it. So you got all this sensitive cameras and sensors and all of that. 1,000 people that you're paying whatever the Indian wage is. So I don't know what the US equivalent is. I'm sure it's not a lot. Doing all of that when you simply could have just hired 2 fucking people to work at a register and paid them like $16 an hour.
And it's crazy because they had that before when there was an Amazon Fresh by my job that before they started all this AI stuff, they had just like a normal setup in there.
Mm-hmm.
The only difference between what it was and a normal grocery store is you could pay with your Amazon account. Like you go to the register and put your email and password in.
Yeah, that should have been the step y'all stuck with.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all could have left it there.
And this is what I mean when I say a lot of this AI shit is smoke and mirrors. And that my thing is like, here's my bigger, even the bigger part about this. Amazon is Amazon, right? Like we're talking Jeff Bezos, Amazon. Obviously, he not quote unquote involved no more, but it's still fucking Amazon. It's one of the richest companies in the world. If Amazon can't truthfully afford to do this the way this is supposed to be done, what does that say about who the hell will be able to? And that's my whole thing where I just, again, we always do this whole thing. Well, in 5 years, the technology could be there in 5 years, but the cost won't. Like, again, we saw what it took with semiconductors and microchips and all this stuff. We had strong computers that could do this and do that. I do. The only problem is those computers took up the space of an entire room. It took up whole blocks, whole office spaces. So it wasn't until 10, 15, 20 years later where we could shrink the parts to where, now it just takes up half of a wall. Okay, cool. So instead of now, I needed 400 square feet for the equipment. Now I just need 800 square feet. Cool. That's nice. That's tough. All right. And it's just like we have to wait for those. And I just think that we're so eager for that with AI that we just accept whatever these idiots sell to us because we forget these are companies selling their brand, selling their shit. Because Amazon, for all these palm scanning and all that other stuff they did, guess what? They tried to sell that same technology to other retail chains. That's when you get back into the part where you forget this is a business, buddy. This ain't really about innovation. This shit is about capital and capitalism and getting a dollar. So I'm gonna get some shitty technology, sell it to you at some marked up nutty ass price, make you pay for the maintenance, which I know exists because I'm paying the fucking maintenance. Like, nigga, yeah, I was trying to hose you niggas, and it didn't even work
technology, out. If it wasn't real to begin with, and they just had 1,000 niggas looking at 1,000 cameras, what technology were they even selling?
Again, a bunch of cameras, scanners, and trackers. Which again, but listen, not just as that scamming, but then that creates major privacy concerns, right? Because what are you doing with all that biometric? You're scanning palms, you're scanning this. What are you doing with all that information? Especially when you told me that's not what you really sold this as. So, and then now I'm thinking to myself, okay, so wait, no, now you got 1,000 Indian niggas just watching folks walk around in the store. No, listen, like we ain't even going like just 1,000 people with real people walking around watching me digging my butt and then all the shit niggas be doing at store. Like, you know how niggas be acting at the stores. Like, so
I
that's
wonder if
definitely
they caught somebody doing something like unsanitary, if they could like report that to somebody. Like you catch somebody like rub their balls and then grab an apple and put it back. Like, do
oh,
they report that to anybody?
no.
Because like if there's nobody in the store, what do you do?
I'm scared. There's nobody. That's like, have you seen them videos of there's these places like I think it's like South America where they have like the concierge or the doorman is literally someone zooming in. Like you get what I'm
Man,
saying? Like the doorman is basically I'm at home at my computer and I got a setup that shows me the bunch of the camera feeds and all of that. And then when they come to the door, I hit the buttons on my joint that sends the thing all the way over. So it's like there's no actual doorman at the building. I was just like my brother in Christ.
interesting.
This is interesting, but it has absolutely horrible implications because the doorman being a person has a lot of utility.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're aware of that.
nigga, I would say that's a safety concern.
Yeah, no safety, just effectiveness, nigga. Like, what happens if I'm home and my internet connection fucked up, so now I can't open the door from where I'm at? And dog, come on, like, there's a lot of different things that can go on here, but like you said, safety is the biggest one I'm thinking of because nigga, there's a reason you have a doorman who can literally physically, you know what I mean, alert somebody, do something, as opposed to just someone who's there but not there. So I'm just like, yeah, please don't do that shit around me. Like, I'm moving out the building if I see that shit.
Whoa, you
Uh,
said moving out the building. This was an apartment complex. Oh
some
nah,
of
y'all
these
could
are
just
like,
let y'all could bust
yeah,
anybody in
some of
the
these,
building.
I think the one I saw was like a hotel or like a, one of them shops or something. I saw it for like spas, all of that type of stuff. Yeah, and then that's the other thing, right? Imagine working that job and you seeing shit go on and you can't do nothing. You just sitting there watching it. Granted, same thing could happen if somebody pull a pistol out, but but then I
I
would
think
force you to
actually
do
I
that.
would rather be at home if somebody's pulling up. You
Oh
know
yeah,
what?
nigga,
I
pull,
might be in favor of this job.
nigga, pistol whip the screen. Shut up! Ah! Nigga really flinched like he got hit. Oh no, please,
Dog, you break that iPad, it comes out of my check, bro. Please.
bro, stop, bro. What's that shit Meek was saying? Get up!
Situate him.
Get up! That shit is so funny, son. But what else we got on the agenda? Apple's gonna allow game emulators on the App Store. I saw that
Oh,
was
I like that.
interesting.
I like that.
Now again, of course, it comes with caveats. You know, they wasn't about to just let whatever. Um, but it basically warned developers that they are responsible for all software offered in the app, including ensuring that such software complies with these guidelines and applicable laws. So yeah, so it's like you gonna get knockoffs. You're gonna get the knockoff joints most likely. Like instead of Kirby, it's gonna be some other. It's gonna be a gray nigga that just transforms into other people. Like, oh
You know, I,
shit, yo.
I remember the days of having a jailbroken iPhone and having emulators and playing like Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green on my phone. Um, if we got something like that again, I might actually start playing games on my phone again because I haven't fucking touched a game on my phone since like fucking I don't know Flappy Bird in like 2011.
Oh yeah, shit. I still be playing them balloons games with the monkeys.
Balloons games with the monkeys.
The tower defense joint.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh damn, that's great.
I haven't touched a mobile game in fucking maybe over 10 years at this point.
Balloons is old. That balloons tower defense. That game is very old. Yeah, that was created in 2007.
Jesus. Wait, there
Mm-hmm.
was mobile games back in 2007?
Not mobile, but it was probably starting like mini clip shit like that. It didn't get to
Oh
mobile.
yeah, and then moved to an app afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, right pocket got blues and what we got, what we got. Yeah, mini clip. Yeah, you know, the real ones know. Real ones know. Let's see. So we got the Amazon stores. What are we gonna
What
talk
else
about
really went on
next?
this week other than the usual flim flammery?
Yeah, listen, we gonna get to the flippity jow, but we gotta get around the edges first. Okay, so huge news,
Edging, you say?
huge, huge news. The Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is quote coming along just fine.
That is indeed huge. That is gargantuan.
I don't know who cares and how much the rest of the world cares, but I'm here to tell
Nigga,
you right now, buddy.
nigga,
I'm here to
if
tell you
there's
right now.
one fan on earth, it is me.
If there's one nigga still awaiting the return, it's me. Lisano Gabe.
They've been working on this for like years. At
Oh
one point,
yes,
I thought it was canceled.
yeah, that joint's been getting hot. Potato, da da da. It's just been everything. I think it's 6 years. Yeah, 6 years.
I don't understand what the issue's been because the game was already perfect to begin with. Like, you don't really got to change much. Just
Uh,
update the graphics and make some of the mechanics a little more streamlined for 2024.
yeah, on PS5 though, son, that shit is gonna be so. Oh my god. Well, it's a remake, so I would assume it's gonna be a new engine. So not a remaster, but a remake. So
Like, it got to be. Like, there's no way an engine from
yeah,
fucking
you can't port a
2004.
Xbox One engine. Yeah, yeah, man.
Imagine that shit on Unreal Engine 5. Ooh.
Oh my goodness, bro. Please, 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 bro. I'm with it. And the group that's behind it is Saber Interactive. I'm not fully. I'm not
Saber
so.
just made something recently.
I'll look at what they did, but so their first involvement in a major franchise was they helped remake Halo in 2010. Saber does engines, like they're like an engine company, really.
Oh, they okay. So
Uh,
they did World War Z. They did the Evil Dead game. That was fun.
yeah, they did the Witcher 3 Switch port, which apparently had a lot of positives in terms of performance and playability, which is nice for a Switch game. Let's see. They're gonna be developing something else for this. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what's up with the Bulls. All right, but look, either way, I don't care who's making this shit. I wouldn't care if Ubisoft was behind it. Okay, I lied a little bit. I lied a little
I
bit.
was about to
I would
say
certainly
that's
care if Ubisoft
yeah.
or EA was behind it, but I think EA probably is behind it. So I ain't worried
EA,
about it.
they don't. Their single player games are usually good. It's just multiplayer once they get into the microtransactions.
Yeah.
Like
Once
the other
Michael's
Star Wars games,
transactions
I fucking hate that nigga microtransactions, bro.
once his transactions start coming up, man.
Why we gotta
What?
pay that nigga bills, yo? Fuck Michael.
Let's see what else we got. What else we got? What else we got? I mean, I don't really play, but I'll tell you what. Y'all finally got the automatons up out of here, huh?
Yeah, but I don't really
So,
mean nothing.
so get up.
So it's more than likely so the automatons come from a different group that was an enemy in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga, I gotta find this name. It's like
For
basically
Super Earth.
the automatons are, I guess, the offspring, not the offspring, but like the leftovers. They're built out of scrap parts from a faction from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
And Super Earth has been fighting on the automaton's home planet, Cyberstan or Cybersmith or something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
the only reason that the automatons are fighting us is because we're on their home planet. Now that we just beat them back, I'm imagining their Big Daddy is gonna come out.
Not the big
Yeah,
dad.
exactly. That's what I was talking about in the faction from the first game, the cyborgs. So I'm assuming the cyborgs are gonna come back now that we just got rid of the automatons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Because
Shit
there's
about
no way they just. I'm assuming something's gonna come in this week too, because I guess the new season drops April 11th with all the new guns and everything. So I'm assuming they're gonna bring in that next faction soon.
All right. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Staying on video games for a second. Uh, yeah, we'll see. The Illuminates or the Illuminati, or it's like Jay-Z and Rihanna or something. We'll see what's up with them.
Beyonce too.
Yeah, which they're gonna say her for them, but
Actually, yeah, I would like the Illuminants to come before the cyborgs because that's basically cyborgs on top is basically the same thing. So if the Illuminants come in, that'd actually be kind of cool. It's something completely different. It's gonna be a whole different playstyle.
different play style. What was I gonna say? Oh, so played two demos this week. Played Stellar Blade and what was the other one? Sandland.
I didn't even make
Um,
it through the opening sequence of Stellar Blade. Like
oh, I,
the
mhm.
combat was just basic and boring to me. Like it was just I was on the beach. I fought like the first strong enemy, and I was like already bored of it. I wasn't horny enough to really want to keep going.
Yeah, there's a bit more skills and all that stuff. My thing is they'll just have to polish the combat and the parry and dodging system because it's just a little
Yeah,
stiff.
it just
I
felt
think,
basic. It felt like the most basic, watered
yeah,
down hack and slash type of game with the
yeah,
most basic mechanics.
yeah. Mind you, visuals are fucking nuts. Like
Oh yeah,
them cutscenes are crazy, but
yeah. The cutscene and how the ship came down and you
yeah,
landed, all that shit was cool.
like the cutscenes they forced me to watch too. That's one thing I know
Yeah,
that
I
I was like
tried to skip it.
tough but fair.
At least it only be forced to watch. At least it looked good. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and they was like, "Look, we put all the work into these graphics, nigga. You gonna see her emerging from the pod with the cheek shaking, glistening,
Yeah,
like
a lot of money went into them jiggle physics because it was unnecessary.
it was truly.
But I get it.
I get it, and I respect it. I respect it. So that was cool. We'll see how that goes. I don't think I'll be putting a ton of time into that, but I'll probably mess with it a little something.
You didn't
Um,
beat it? There's still more to do in the beta.
oh, it was just a demo. No, I beat the demo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I beat the demo, and then after that, they give you like sort of like, all right, fight one of like the mid game bosses with a bunch of abilities and shit, and that's like you get to see more of what the game will
Oh,
look
okay.
like as
That's
you
pretty
progress.
cool.
Yeah, I gotta say that dude was busting ass, but yeah, it was cool.
The
It
mid
was
game
cool.
boss, we actually got more abilities. That seemed more fun.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that was a lot more fun. Like you're like, because again, what I'm realizing is there's a reason the base block and the base dodge is so ass is because all these abilities sort of powered up. So it's like, oh yeah, well yeah, once you get the bigger parry window and harder hits after you know what I mean? Once you get all of that, then it don't feel the same as when you just have just the parry the game gives you. It's sort of like Monster Hunter in that sense, right? Where like the basic dodge you have is the dodge you have, and then as you put some skills into evade extender, you can dive all the way to hell up out of something.
Yeah.
That type shit. So Stellar Blade was cool. It was all right. We'll see. It looked good, but we'll see. Sandland was cool as well. No real clue what I was doing. The demo just genuinely drops you off in the desert.
It wasn't even in the beginning of the game. You just out there.
'Cause I don't know where I was. It just dropped you straight into the game. It was just like, all right, here you go. Sand, Sandland.
Hey, it sounds like
And
as good a way to start a demo as any.
and they give you tutorials and stuff. Like, my ass skipped them and then said, damn, well, how am I supposed to?
Yeah,
I was like, bro,
that's just special.
don't make me read nothing. I want to figure it out.
I want to figure it out, but I'm also be like how am I supposed to? Oh my god.
Apparently, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I didn't play that, so I don't really know. I can't help you out with that. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? I guess let's just dive into it. Let's get into sports, man. Let's get into sports. So we're gonna start with the NFL first. We're gonna start with all the short shit, get that out the way.
How much CTE do you think is like possible to accumulate over one season of play?
What do we ask?
What'd you say?
I said, why do we ask?
Because of Rashid Rice.
Right.
Like
Go on.
what? Oh, you didn't hear about what happened about him
No,
racing
I
the
did. I
Corvette?
did. Go ahead. Tell us what happened.
So basically, he was street racing in a Corvette. He crashed on the highway and then took off afterwards. He was later caught on camera, I guess, with the people that he was racing with. And like, buddy, you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got felony charges.
Yeah. Niggas talking about that he gonna end up in prison with Chief Saholic. That shit had me crying.
I mean, I guess at least he wasn't drunk like Henry Ruggs and didn't kill nobody, but like you're still cooked, buddy.
Yeah, and apparently they recovered some particular
Oh yeah,
items from
guns
his
and
car.
yeah, that's where the felonies come in. It wasn't just a hit and run. They found a bunch of illegal shit in the car. And it's like, you have money. Why are you still doing this?
And leaving the scene. And like it's just like, oh, I don't know,
Is
folks.
he still on the run or did he turn himself in?
Oh, I don't know. I'm reading a post from this was recent as of yesterday morning.
Because I know he fled the scene, but they got the vehicle and they had all the guns and everything in the vehicle. But I didn't hear anything about him turning himself in or getting charged or anything.
Well, I'm reading this. It just says he made a decision to take public responsibility for the situation. Not sure
The
what
hell
that
does that mean?
means. Don't know. Maybe he just publicly said, "Yeah, my fault, y'all. My fault. That's fault. That's on me. That's on me. That's about
I
that
mean,
nigga tapped his chest. That's me. That's me. That's my bad.
he just won a Super Bowl. So, I mean you got to let him hold that.
That's me.
Everybody
That's
would do something crazy as a rookie winning a Super Bowl, right?
my bad, OG."
That's me. I gotta hold that. It's crazy.
uh,
That's my bad, y'all. I was
that's me. That's my fault. Like,
just driving recklessly and hit a minivan full of 4 children, fled the scene.
my fault. My fault, OG.
I don't even care about the guns and drugs in the car because that's not hurting anybody. I just care about the crashing on the highway and then
You racing, fleeing the scene, all these insane shit you're doing, bro. What's up with you,
nigga,
nigga?
even if you had guns and drugs and anything illegal in the car, if you was just obeying the speed limit and not street racing and crashing, nobody would even know what was in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I opened with how much CTE do you think he had to be doing this dumb shit? Because like,
What? Yeah, nigga just saw another fast car on the road. Said, "Yeah, yeah, what's up?" I'm like, bro, y'all niggas on that. That's the
how
hubris
old
of
is he?
man.
He's young because it's something like a 21-year-old dude.
He's probably like 23. He is 23 on the dot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his
I mean,
birthday is in 2 weeks, week and a half.
I can't even fault him because I was definitely going 100 on the highway when I was younger, but I wasn't a millionaire with everything to lose other than my
True,
life.
true. But I mean, look, that'd be why they more likely to do it in a strange twist of fate. So yeah, that was that. But we not really we talking about the NFL. We don't really give a fuck about some dumbass nigga crashing his whip. Literally, God gives his toughest off seasons to Pat Mahomes. Nah, that is facts.
Fuck
Cause
toughest off season, toughest seasons.
that nigga just be in hell. Like, come on.
You got to call him the GOAT for what he's done now. Like winning with his team and the
Mm,
people he got.
that nigga got Uber Eats drivers out there.
Not even that. He got Grubhub drivers.
Not Grubhub drivers.
Don't nobody use Grubhub anymore. That shit is dying.
Um, so some trades happened recently. Ooh, boy, did some trades happen. I'm just gonna go with the ones from April because we're about a week in April. So L'Jarius Sneed got sent to the Titans. Titans are gonna pay him a ton of money. I think this is a good look. The Titans are spending a lot of money to win 7 games. I'm telling you that. I gotta applaud it though, because some teams they just don't even attempt to put on a good show for the fans. At least the Titans are trying that, right? So I'll give them credit on that one. The Eagles traded Hassan Reddick to the Jets. Don't know what the package was. I'm not really about to go over that right now. But this is a great look for the Jets. I think the Jets defense is going to be stupid as hell this
It
season.
was
Hassan
really
Reddick
stupid. Like,
was a monster. He was a deviant last year.
these niggas getting the Avengers on defense, and they got fucking, I don't know, the
80
A
year
team
old.
on offense.
They got an 80-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
Now, if that nigga don't end up in Peru somewhere smoking peyote.
Smoking Datura.
Oh my god. That nigga, he about to come back real evil John Wick if he smoking Datura.
Coming back off of that nightshade. We got Stefon Diggs. That's the big one. It's the big one. The Bills finally moved on from Stefon. We heard all these rumblings for a few years, and it finally happened.
You're a Stefon fan. I don't really follow him like that. Is he like the diva that all these sports people are saying that he is, and he's like a terror in the locker room?
Yes and no. He's a diva. Just point blank period. He's a diva. Most receivers are, especially most all pro or most star receivers at that. And
They
I
run the
think
ball all the time, and they complain.
right, yeah. So I do think he is a diva to some degree, but I think the no is the way he's portrayed. You could tell is just I'm not buying it, guys. I watched that season last year. I watched the season like I watched every game last year, brother. Not to say I saw every play of every game of the Bills last year, but I saw every game last year. I went against quite a few niggas who had Stefon Diggs on their fantasy team. I was never scared. And that should never happen with Stefon Diggs. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense to me. Now, granted, the Bills still got far. Their run game looked good. Their offense looked solid, da. But to me, again, all that showed me was that if I can do all of this with Stefon Diggs averaging 50 yards a game, where he's barely struggling to crack 1,000 yards, buddy, what the fuck do I need Stefon Diggs for? So I understand why the Bills moved on because it's sort of like, look, when we wanted you, the first two, because people act like he didn't do shit here, and I'm like, bro, let's be real. The first 2 years he was here, he bugged the fuck out. He
Yeah,
was bugged out. He was putting up insane numbers. First 6 games before they fired the offensive coach. Now, and then this was the problem, right? Because he's eating those first 6 games, but the team looks like shit. Then you switch to a new guy. The team's eating. He looks like shit. And of course, he's pissed off because he's like, hey, secret third option. Secret third option. We win, and I get the ball too, nigga. Like, secret third option. Isn't that crazy? Secret third option. I know that's not y'all plan. That's not y'all play. But let's try that. How y'all feel?
It has to be one or the other. But like you said, secret third option. And it's not even just Steph and the Bills. It's like that on a lot of these teams.
Yeah, listen, I will look up the Bills wide receiver stats from last year, and you'll see something very nasty because no one did a lot.
Oh, I know. I watched the games just like you did.
It's
been like that for years too. Like you said, Stefon Diggs, he went off the first 2 years he's with him, but then every once in a while, Gabe Davis would just go crazy out of nowhere, and Steph would do nothing. And it was the same thing this season. And then Gabe Davis, every once in a while, he'll go crazy. And it's the Bills' offense is just fucking weird.
Yeah, and the funny part is, right? You look at Stefon's stats at the end of the year, and you'll look to yourself like, all right, maybe they didn't use him enough, but it's not like he wasn't getting the touches. He got 107 catches, almost 1,200 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Like, we'll look at that and go, okay, well, you had a solid season. Like, you still had a good season, but again, given what we know Stefon can do, and given what we know that how explosive he can look and that offense can look, that is just never gonna be applicable numbers for me when it's like, dog. Yeah, 1 touchdown in his final 10 games. So you explain to me how a guy gets 7 touchdowns in 7 games and then has 1 through the final 10.
That's a deliberate decision.
Like, yeah, no, literally. Like, so I mean, like you are absolutely making it very clear to me that this team will run through someone else without me, and I either get with it or lay down. Well, I'm not finna lay down because that's insane. Why would you traded for me years ago because you needed an X, you needed a number 1, you needed that dude. And for 2 seasons, you treated me like that dude. Now, granted, I was still frustrated at times just because shit, I want to win. The fuck? like, sure. Like, I mean, yeah, I get it, but I want to win, nigga. Like, but it's like, let's be real. First year he gets there, 127 catches, 1,500 yards, and 8 touchdowns. on 6 less targets, more targets that year than he did this year. So the targets are still there. It's just the inefficiency. It's the looks I'm getting now. And then you figure the year after that, 103 catches, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, 108 catches, 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns. There's no reason I shouldn't have 100 catches, 1,200, 1,300 yards, and maybe 10 touchdowns every year. That's how he's looking at it. And to me, my whole thing is if you got Stefon Diggs, boy, I don't even want to check that nigga contract. What are you paying him for if that's not like the case? Like, I don't understand that. Which Bill said the same thing and then moved on, right? Because they're like, no, you're right. What am I paying him for?
But at the same time, you make the decision on if I'm being used or not.
Yeah, my brother in Christ, you created the underperforming receiver. Like, so let's see. But mind you, he's paying for a $6 million deal with the Texans right now. So I'm sure they'll take that.
Where did Gabe end up going?
Gabe Davis went to the Jags, I want to say. I want to say he went to the Jags.
They got all them niggas down there just for Sarah J to not throw it to him.
Just for Sarah J to do the same shit Josh Allen does, which is get everybody 700 receiving yards on the season.
Nigga deviate up the pie perfectly evenly.
Yeah, like don't piss me off, bro. Do not make me mad, dog. Like I looked at the Bills stats, the team stats for receivers. This is exactly what it looks like. Like their leading receivers are Stefon with 1,100, Gabe Davis 740, Dalton Kincaid 670, Khalil Shakir 611, James Cook had 440. It's like, brother, I hear you. I get it. I do.
Man. Oh no, Oh yeah, I picked up Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, he's banned. But Jags players are banned for me. Y'all got to show me something for real. Y'all all banned. I don't trust none of y'all niggas.
I agree. I fucking. I was about to say Charlie Kirk.
Hey yo. That really is certainly banned, bro. He cooked me. Yeah.
I had Christian Kirk. He was doing pretty well, but it was the same thing. Like,
it was erratic. Yeah, it was just too erratic to depend on. He's like he gets his. He's no help. But so what do we think though? But what do we think that because listen, I'll go through the Texans off-season additions because I think the Texans are like it's funny because
nigga, the Texans they like nigga they're contenders.
Yeah, and it's funny because I felt like this shouldn't happen for the Texans after that whole Deshaun Watson shit because I'm still on to you guys. I'm still fucking on to you. I know what happened. I know what you did. But so I get it. So I get that part. Like I understand where you look at it. But then when I'm looking at that team, dog, like they went 10-7 last year and made it to the chip, all of that. They've got a lot of young niggas that look like dogs. You got Will Anderson Jr., who was the rookie of the year defense. CJ Stroud, rookie of the year offense. That's actually fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, wow, that's really crazy. I didn't even think of that.
They got Tank Dell.
Yeah, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. Now you got Stefon. They signed Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
And then signed Danielle Hunter, who again very quietly had like 17 sacks last year. Because I remember saying it like, oh, we're not really gonna miss Danielle like that. Do. Then I looked and I was like, no way you had 16 and a half sacks and I missed it. Like, and I just missed it. Like, were you that's crazy? Okay. No, I hear you. I'm wrong. I'm clearly wrong. That's a career high for you. I'm clearly wrong. Like that was your best year on paper last year, technically. So the Texans look very
who were the Texans scary. Running backs before they got Joe Mixon?
Was it Devin Singletary?
Yeah, it was Devin Singletary and that fucking Damian Pierce.
Yeah, Damian Pierce too. I forgot. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. It's so this is an audio podcast, but Reese said something so profound in the chat. I just
He had a stroke on the keyboard thinking about Damian Pierce last season.
that was a powerful message, brother.
I get it. I felt that in my soul.
I get it. No, I do understand, like, because it's tough to say that, right, as a black man, but yeah, no, for sure.
I feel like not enough of us are brave enough to say that.
And I won't be either. But listen, I stand with him. I stand with my brother. But yeah. So a lot of people were talking about like, oh, people just need to replicate what the Texans did, which I thought was the funniest thing in the world because you can't just replicate
You
hitting
can't.
all of your draft picks. That's not how it works. You can't just
Nigga,
replicate picking the
this was
perfect pick in
almost
every
a
draft class.
mistake.
No, nigga, this is like, listen. All at the end of the day, yeah, you did all your hard work to figure out who these guys were. You put this guy on your board, da da da, do do do. But like, truth be told, this is just a level of serendipity, a level of luck that, like,
So
you
I
can't plan.
posted a TikTok video, somebody breaking it down. A couple of years ago, the Texans were supposed to tank so they can get the first round draft pick. And everybody was saying that Bryce was going to be the first round draft pick. But since the coach, what was his name, Lovie Smith?
Yeah, the Bears. Yeah.
Yeah, he went for 2 and they ended up winning. So then they dropped down to the second pick and they got CJ Stroud. And then after CJ Stroud had him pick up Tank Dell, this is literally just because the nigga didn't want to lose and went for 2.
Yeah. One, but then think about even during the draft. Think about the fact that the Panthers have an opportunity to pick CJ Stroud and they take
And
Bryce
they
Young.
don't.
Like,
Yeah.
so if they take CJ Stroud there, then guess what? Even if all the rest of your picks say the same, maybe this team's not ready yet. So you probably never pull off the Stefon Diggs trade. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see how just shit just starts
Literally
to
the domino
snowball.
pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the domino effect because then instead of being 10-7 last year, you're 7-10, which is solid. That's better than we thought the Texans would be. But a 7-10 team, Bryce Young don't look ready yet. I'm not about to add Stefon fucking Diggs to that roster and have him be, have him be in the locker room fucking going insane, yo. Bro, this fuck. Oh my god. I'm about to start investing in crypto or something. Like, I'm about to just take my money and get into crypto or something. Like, I'm good. I'm about to start doing foreign
And I'm
exchange.
gonna go real heavy handed into it. I'm gonna be offering it to everybody that asks.
Like,
But
bro,
all my Twitter gonna be about. Fuck the random quotes. It's gonna be crypto.
I'm gonna have the chart emojis after my name, nigga.
It's gonna be bored apes everywhere in here.
But yeah, so I think the Texans are primed. I definitely think they are primed to really do something wild because I don't know what Joe Mixon or Daniil Hunter's contract is. I would hope they're probably like 2-year deals. Daniil's could probably be a little longer. But I would hope they're not there for long. Daniil got a 2-year contract. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Joe Mixon, I assume, got a 2-year contract as well. 3 years, $27 million, not bad.
Oh no, that's crazy.
Yeah. So and then you got Stefon for 1 year, right? So you got Stefon for 1 year on the cheap because you don't have to pay much of his deal. So you got him on a year, 1 year cheap year, and see what he do. Maybe you sign him next season if y'all cook up, let him go, whatever. We'll see. So I think they're in a good position to where they're not tied to Stefon, and they're already they were already a contender without Stefon, just with the natural progression of what we saw from that team last year. So it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting. Some good free agents left. I wonder where Odell's gonna go, man. Who gonna pick up Odell?
Falcons.
I can see that. The Bills?
I was
Bills?
joking. Don't see that. The Bills.
He said,
Bills
"Don't
is
see that."
actually the Bills is actually a great choice because who they got? Khalil Shakur and 2 tight ends.
Yeah, literally.
And
If I
James
was the
Cook.
Bills, I would go for Tyler Boyd. Like, see what's up with Tyler Boyd. I think Tyler Boyd fits in very well with what the Bills do.
I do too. He's definitely not a diva, and he's willing to play his role. And he'll fit in with that slice of the pie. Everybody gets 700 yards offense.
Literally, they got Potters in that Bills wide receiver room. They got fresh and fit in that bitch. Oh shit. Where we at?
Oh, speaking of fresh and fit, this isn't fucking sports related, but did you see the fat
You know
ugly
it.
one?
You know I did. Wait, which
Yeah,
one?
man.
No,
The I guess
I'm joking. I'm
fresh.
joking. They're
I
both
was about
fat and
to
ugly to
guess.
me.
Well, one of them is ugly, but he's not. He's not fat. He's the fit one, the fresh and fit. So the fat ugly
He's
nigga.
the fit one, and the other one's the fresh one, right?
Yeah. So the fresh nigga got a sex worker pregnant, and everything got leaked, and everybody was going ham on him.
This nigga not fit, and that nigga not fresh. What the fuck is going on here? What is this?
The other nigga, the light skinned nigga, fit. Yeah, fit. He was like crying because everybody was making fun of his friend getting the sex worker pregnant.
Mhm.
You niggas are incels in this quote unquote manosphere community, and you're always talking about women don't have this value, and if I want to get married, I get married. And this nigga is not able to get a woman, paying a sex worker and getting her pregnant and begging her for an abortion. And y'all are talking about knowing your worth and women aren't worth marrying. Well, now you're trapped for 18 years.
Oh man, oh man, so you guys are devious. So hold on, I'm about to send the text. Raven just sent me in the chat. To don't nobody say this shit out loud.
You cannot say that out
Do
loud.
not say that one. Like he's certainly not gonna be that one. So, oh man. But, oh man, what was I even saying? Yeah, these niggas, man. Listen, I gotta tell you, I really do revel in seeing some people fail. It's
Oh yeah.
something in me. There's this I don't even know how to put it, right? Like I
It's just
sometimes
this primal desire to see shitheads get shit on.
what was we were discussing this yesterday. What was yeah,
Freudenfrude.
Schadenfreude. Yeah, there we go. Schadenfreude, nigga. That's when you just
Yeah,
love seeing niggas fail.
Freudenfrude.
Uh-huh. Oh,
I got that shit in spades. I be
you
praying
got
on
the
anybody's downfall.
not anybody, just for like any reason, you mean?
Give me one reason to not like you. I'm happy to see you fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Freudenfrude.
Nah, seeing them fall did a lot more for me than the other one. Than well, trust me, we'll get to J. Cole because we are not Mister. I'm
I
gonna do
came just
that.
in time. I was not gonna miss this.
You did. You absolutely did. Because we didn't even get into women's basketball yet, neither. And you, as a woman who, perhaps play basketball, could tell us. I think.
Mayhaps.
I played little basketball back in the day.
Okay, all right. You was fouling the shit out of them, wasn't you?
You
You seem like
know,
a hacker.
I soon realized that sport was not for me.
Wasn't physical enough for you, huh?
Same.
Yeah,
So
that, and I was
like,
like 4'11", so it was
Well,
like
yeah,
it wasn't giving
you
basketball.
could have been Muggsy. You could have been Okay, was Muggsy's Bogues name actually Muggsy? Was that what he was named? No, his name was Tyrone Curtis Bogues. Okay, thank you.
where the fuck did the name Muggsy come from?
I think I'll get it because he was so small, but he would pick your pocket, so he was mugging you. But he was like a small mugger, so like Muggsy.
You done? We finished here?
Oh, he was nicknamed Muggsy after a diminutive character from the Bowery Boys. That's how you know you niggas are old.
What the
The
fuck is the
Bowery
Bowery
Boys.
Boys?
Oh my goodness.
That sounds like some shit from the Three Stooges.
Nigga, they naming the actors in this movie My Brother in Christ. Every one of their pictures is in black and white.
They got Samuel Appleworth starring as Muggsy.
Yo, Appleworth. No, they got Hunts Hall. They got Bobby Jordan and Leo Gorsey, Billy Benedict and David Gorsey, of course.
Oh,
Anyway, we
Father-son
getting way too far off the beaten path. But anywho, so basketball. So as you all know, we're gonna go through the last couple games because We ain't talked about it last week on the pod. And I think the timing was perfect. The championship game was yesterday, Iowa versus South Carolina. But before we get there, we got to set up the Final Four, right? So the Final Four was Iowa versus LSU and UConn versus, oh boy, UConn versus somebody. God damn it. No. The Final Four was Iowa, UConn, and then South Carolina, and whoever the hell they. I don't know. I don't even care at this point, right? Because let's just talk about Iowa and LSU, right? That was a rematch of the previous national championship game, and we knew going into this, racism was going
It
to be
was
at an
gonna be a shit
all-time high.
show.
I seen it coming, so I watched the game. And watching the game, boy, did it grind my gears watching this game because I watched Kim Mulkey, the coach for LSU, pretty much leave her players on the island and just say, "We'll just figure it out." And that did not work. They did not, in fact, figure it out. They
Now, why
got
did the coach throw out this bold strategy?
well. I would love to know because they got cooked by Caitlin Clark, which again, I mean, a lot of people get cooked by her, but it's my problem with when you get cooked by those guys. It's like getting cooked by Luka. Like, okay, so everyone gets fried by Luka, but it's how you get fried,
But
right? Because
also,
if you get
you just won, so how did y'all break down like this time?
well, a few things. I think the biggest reasons why they lost this one were two specific things. One's on a player, one's on the coach. Well, no, one's not even on the player, but Angel Reese got injured. And I know a lot of people don't want to use injuries as an excuse, but we saw it. Like, I watched the game start to finish. The whole first quarter, Angel Reese was eating. She had like 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, and like a steal or two just in the first quarter. She was cooking up. And then she came down on one of these layups and then like landed a little awkwardly on her leg, came out the game for like a minute and a half, got back in the game. But you could tell because she then proceeded to go 0 of 12 in her next 12 shots. So I think that played a big difference in it. Mind you, she still finished the game with 17 and 20. It's like, had I not been injured, I might have had a 25 and
20 assists or 20 rebounds?
20 rebounds.
Jesus.
17 points, 20 rebounds.
Still getting up there to get that rebound.
Yeah, and I'm still getting them boards. I'll tell you that much. So I really think her getting injured really because then they couldn't play through her on offense. And that left them to sort of just try to figure out what the hell they were going to do on offense. Because Angel Reese is not a shot creator on offense,
That's
right?
when the
She's
coach
more of
needs
a
to step in and
Well, that brings me to my second reason why they lost. Kim Mulkey, again, just she pulled the Darvin Ham. She just fucking sat there and watched. Hands in her pockets. Just well, not hands in her pockets. She was screaming and yelling the whole damn time. But I just never had her players. Who knows? She didn't make a single.
Ron not out there doing it. If Angel Reese not out there doing it, I don't know what to do.
She like, that's my best player. If she hurt, then we lost, right?
Like that's just how it goes.
So I'm watching Caitlin Clark, and she's first quarter frying shit. Second quarter frying. She had 19 and a half. And I remember at the end of the first quarter, I kept thinking to myself, okay, all year LSU has put Flau'jae Johnson, one of their guards, on the best offensive player on the other team. Flau'jae is also their leading scorer, I think, right above Angel Reese. Her and Angel Reese are basically like 1A, 1B when it comes to scoring. And so my whole thing was, I'm like, are you put Flau'jae on your best defender? You slow the defender down, and then the offense gets churning, da-da-da. So to me, I feel like the reason why she didn't make an adjustment, and I still don't agree with it, was that she looked at this like, if Angel Reese is hurt, that takes away my 1A or my 1B on offense. So now I just got a 1, which is Flau'jae. If I put my 1 on Caitlin Clark, she gets in foul trouble or she just tires herself out. Now we have no scoring. And now we're in a position to where are we going to get our buckets from? Which, truth be told, that's already the situation you were in. So that's why, to me, I don't agree with the decision because it's like you were already there. And given that you were already there, I feel like you should have just balls to the wall, put Flau'jae on her, especially before Flau'jae was in foul trouble because she wasn't in foul trouble for most of the game.
And you can see if you have a good defender on Caitlin that is effective because look at the last
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing with Caitlin, the thing with any great player, again, like
Luka,
a Luka or a Trae Young or any of those people is like you just gotta make it tough on them. If they're on tonight and they're hitting dumbass shots, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do about that. But you have to make it tough. You can't give them the easy ones. You can't let them establish a rhythm with guaranteed money shots. Like it's like you can't give him no easy shit over the screen. There's no defender in sight, and pull up easy. Nigga, this I'm like by myself in the gym shooting this through. Because if I hit 2 of those, guess what? I'm finna do a heat check, and now I'm finna shoot this bitch from the logo. And once I do that, and that crowd get to going, and then the players start getting pissed off. Again, the Haley Van Lift doing the shrug, like I don't know, fuck it, I don't know. Shorty gonna hit that shit right on my face anyway. I don't know what to tell you.
What can I do?
So I just thought at halftime, I was like, all right, we went in the half. The game's still close. I think LSU might have been up like 2 or down 3. The game was close. It was like at least a 3 or 4 point game. And I'm thinking, all right, second half, you come out with Flage on her. Maybe you were saving it for the second half. That don't happen in the third quarter. Don't happen. We get to the end of the third quarter. And I think for like the last 2 minutes of the third quarter, I saw Flage on Caitlin Clark for like 3 straight possessions. Jailhouse, nigga. Shackles.
Wow, that's crazy. So you mean to tell me they could have bended that?
And I'm sitting there looking, and I saw that, and I'm like, okay, now that you have seen it work, when that fourth quarter starts, I better see Flage chasing that white girl around the yard. like she a fetishizer. Like I better see her following her every step of the fucking way. She better be on her hip the whole rest of the game. Still no. Somehow, some way, still no. And then finally, I was up 10 points. LSU's down 10 with like 3-4 minutes left in the game. And for the rest of the game, we put Flage on Caitlin Clark. And I'm like, all right, you're trolling. It's cool. You're trolling. It's whatever. You can have it. I'm not even on a trip about it. And I think the other thing that I kept saying watching this game and the UConn game and the South Carolina game was I just kept saying to myself, listen, you can't be in a close game with someone who has the legendary whistle. No, not just the green light, the legendary whistle. Oh, nigga, when Caitlin Clark go up for that shit, they're gonna call it. When you fight over that screen a little too difficult, they're gonna call it. Nigga, she got a Joel Embiid whistle. They're gonna call it. So it's like you can't be in these 4-point games late game because they're gonna. I'm telling you, they're gonna steal 2 points from you. They're gonna do shit like that, and so you don't want to be in these close games. You need to be up 10. You need to be up 11, 12, and so leading into the UConn game, I actually didn't watch the UConn game. I just watched a little tiny bit of it. I watched that offensive foul that they called. But before I move, sorry. All right, I'm moving too fast. We gotta talk about the racism. Because I continue to see it. And I noticed it wasn't as loud for the UConn game, and I'm not gonna surmise why that was. But obviously Angel Reese faced a lot of racism here, right? Any black athlete who's battling against the Great White Hope is gonna you are going to be racismed against. Like it's just gonna happen to you. But then adding that she's a black woman, it's gonna get worse. Adding that she's a black woman who's gonna talk her shit. She ain't like the humble. Well, I think Caitlin's a great, but nah, she I'm gonna talk my shit. I grew up playing basketball with niggas in Baltimore.
And what fucking annoys me is the fact that Caitlin Clark is also a shit talker.
That's because she's a competitor. Like all of them are.
Exactly. These niggas are competitors. They want to win. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy how y'all always pick on the black people when they shit talk. Y'all don't say anything. Y'all, as a matter of fact, y'all call white people competitors when they talk shit. Yeah. Oh, they just want to win. They want to compete. But when it's black people, it's like, oh, well, maybe they should be more humble.
Like nigga, if Caitlin Clark did that LeBron look over the shoulder when he blocked Curry's shot, she's like, man, I try that shit. Boy, they would have went crazy. That would be on
every poster and every white barbershop, every clips in America will have that shit photographed.
Oh yeah, look at her competitive fire. I mean, just who wants to win more than Caitlin Clark? South Carolina. But
I was about to say, since we're talking about racism, CNN posted an article about South Carolina winning. Do you know what they used for the picture?
Picture of Caitlin Clark.
Picture of Caitlin Clark. I wonder why. How many black people on the South? Is there a black coach for the South Carolina team?
There wouldn't happen to be a Negro coach.
There wouldn't happen to be a Negroid.
Yeah, at coach with a team full of Negro women. No. No. So wait. So usually, right, when you show a photo, why didn't she have a hat on and why wasn't she covered in confetti? Oh, she didn't win. Oh, what? That's weird.
So
Because
why the fuck is she in the picture?
I wouldn't have known
It's
that.
the same thing as last year when Jill Biden invited the losers to the White House.
Yeah, that was nuts. I'm sorry.
Y'all keep parading this white girl around after she lost.
I ain't gonna hold you as a coach. I'd have been like, I'm not taking my fucking team for the what? I'm not taking y'all to no losers ball. Y'all not coming. Like, even if they invited us, I'm like, just off the strength of, I'm sorry, coach. Like, I'm sorry, first lady, whoever. Like, at the time, it wouldn't matter. I'm not coming.
Biden.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm lying, because if it's like a first lady I fuck with, I'm like, yeah, I'll pull up. like if it was like Michelle Obama, I'll be like, I mean, you shouldn't be inviting us, but that's kind of crazy. But I'm gonna pull up. I'm still gonna pull up.
I mean, if it was Nancy Reagan, I'd pull up just for like the possibilities.
The possibility. I got see what you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
I'm showing up to that with the 1970s equivalent of a gas station rhino pill.
So a Quaalude? No. No, not quite. I'm sorry. Spanish fly.
Cocaine to the White House.
No, still not that. Yeah, so Iowa versus UConn. I ain't gonna really get too much into that, but I did notice that there was a girl in Iowa who was facing death threats after this game. And people were just like, oh, yeah, they're like, oh, that's interesting. So you have sympathy for the player facing the death threats on your team, huh? That's cute. I like that. That's cute. That's good. That's good that you do that you protect your people. I love that you do that. It'd be interesting if anyone else did that, right? But back to the racism part for a second, like, there's and you all know the guy. There's a guy who may or may not be African who spoke about the Angel Reese situation and speaks about a lot of black situations. And
he's a professional shucker driver.
He his pronouns are shucker / driver.
What's that that video of Shiggy dancing?
Yeah.
I'm shucking job. I'm gonna get on down and tap dance.
He like, dog. So this nigga said, and the worst part is he prefaces his statement by saying, "Black women are the most disrespected." I'm not sure what even term.
He thought that was.
Yeah, I know what he was trying to do, but you're a goof, and it'll never work because you've shown us too many times who you are. So he was saying like, oh, well, you know, no one disrespected more than black women, right? So just so y'all know where I'm headed, just to give y'all a preface of where I'm heading, right? But he's like
black women.
He's like, yeah, I'm about to just show y'all what I mean by that. But he's basically saying something along the lines of like, I'm gonna attempt to have this conversation, basically like a gender neutral, racially blank conversation. And I'm like, so then you're not having the conversation at all, because what you're describing didn't happen here. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like that's not, because if what you're describing is what, that's how it works, then when I won my championship last year, y'all were supposed to shut the fuck up because I won. I'm the winner. I shit talked and then I won. Then you shut up, right? So how is it that
they had a problem after she won, and they're still talking shit this year? First off, everybody's talking shit about how she lost and how Caitlin Clark is better than her. It's like they already forgot that Caitlin Clark lost last year, and this was basically a title match. This was a belt match in wrestling terms.
Mm-hmm.
He's a defender coming in.
Yeah, like, mind you, this is the Elite 8, and you're playing the defending champion. Like, you got a long road ahead of you. And mind you, to old white girl credit, to Larry Bird credit, she did the damn thing. I mean, she turned up, gave Iowa the business. Coach ain't know how to adjust, gave him the business. I didn't see what happened with the UConn game. It looked like, you know, it was a slug fest, and you don't want to be in those close games with that Embiid whistle. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that you got to get her the fuck out the stadium. This is like when we used to play the old Warriors, and it's like, all right, bro, you up 8. That's not enough. Like, because all it's gonna take is 2 threes and a bullshit foul call, and then suddenly it's a tie game. Like, you know how this is gonna go. And then so Iowa and South Carolina end up playing in the championship game, right? And I knew this was gonna be a good game because I was like, okay, like, Yeah, no, with the old Golden State, like nigga, you got to be up 25 and just hope you can hang on for the win. Like you up 25, but you really up 17, like 15 maybe. But yeah, so Iowa plays South Carolina, and I knew this was gonna be a good game because I think South Carolina learned a lot from that loss last year to LSU. South Carolina had a lot of their starters first off leave. I think almost their whole, not the whole starting five. No, I think it was like their whole starting five either went to the WNBA or graduated. And so their whole starting five was done. They had, obviously that meant they still had continuity. They had players off the bench who were now going to be starters. But they had to replace their whole starting five. And then on top of that, what they saw last year was that South Carolina and LSU kind of ran similar offenses last year. So it was like you're both playing the same sort of game. That you got a big in the paint, post up, grind it, double team, kick it out, and then that type of shit. But South Carolina didn't have shooters last year, and it cost them. It cost them in the championship game. And so this year they came back around and said, "Look, we're gonna need some shooters this time," and they got them. And so to me, I hadn't watched many South Carolina games this year. But I did see, like, all right, when I was watching the game, I was like, okay, the fact that they got shooters here for real this year, this is going to be a different game. And so I think that's that. Two, I think the ladies on South Carolina were coached phenomenally. I think they all understood the assignment. I think anytime they got out of line, like Dawn Staley just did, like the black mom stare at the team. Like she just looked like, yo,
black woman for a coach.
Yeah, my man. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm just gonna look at you till you fucking get it. You okay? All right, yeah, all right, cool. I'm just as long as you know what to do, right? All right, cool. And it worked every time. Like, and I think that defensive assignment, you saw it all game. There was hedging. There was a whole lot of coming over the screens hard as hell, fighting hard to get over the screens. And if we switch, the bigs got to step up. Like we saw a lot of that. They were getting the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands, and I think to me this was the best defensive game plan I had seen from the teams in the tournament against her. And then for the final cherry, I don't know if you remember last year, Iowa played South Carolina and beat them, right?
Yeah.
There was a moment in that game where one of their guards, Raevin, I think Raevin Johnson was her name. Raevin Johnson, yeah. It was the guard for South Carolina last year. There was a point in time she don't got a shot, right? And literally, Caitlin Clark saw her wide open, like one of her teammates, like, "Yo, go cover her," and then Caitlin Clark waved her off, like, "That bitch not shooting that shit.
She not doing shit.
She ain't shooting that shit." And so to think that same person you waved off last year is now has a defensive assignment on you this year, and she has you in Alcatraz. It was like, yeah, I was watching the game and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. Hats off.
Who took that personally?
Oh no, she absolutely took that personally. Caitlin Clark cooked up in the first, then they put Raevin on her in the second. You see how they didn't wait until the fourth quarter to do it, Kim Mulkey? You see that? You see what a good coach does? I'm gonna let it rock out for maybe one quarter so she get comfortable. Then as soon as the second quarter start, no. Figure something else out. Shorty had 2 points in the second quarter off a screen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. Yeah, now you uncomfortable. And then so masterful game plan, well executed, well coached. Yeah. And for all that talk we did about would winning a championship make Caitlin Clark one of the best, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
So like, what are racists gonna say next year? Like, what's gonna be the excuse when she doesn't win again?
You're not gonna like this, but racial slurs.
I mean, they're doing that now. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, intensified. Like, because I can't say that I won or
just
anything.
Openly, like they're just, yeah.
And so there was just so much conversation about this as it related to Caitlin Clark. And one thing I will say is I even appreciated that when they asked Dawn Staley at the end of the game, and she did the smart thing. They asked her about Caitlin Clark, and she, being the class act that she is, pretty much slurped Caitlin up and said, "Hey, look, man, Shorty carried this shit on her back for years. Do. She one of them ones. She really one of the GOATs. We so grateful and thankful for everything she's done for the sport, da. Mind you, like, I don't have to get this to you, but I see the Great White Hope narrative being placed on this woman back. It's right there. We can all see it.
I don't want
So
death threats either. So
yeah, right. Well, they're not even, and I don't even think it's from that perspective, but I just think it's more from her perspective of her understanding the game and understanding. All right, I know how y'all gonna play it. Y'all gonna build this girl up. Y'all putting, and I know why. I know there's the implications of race and all the other shit that comes with this. But she looking at it like, look, we got the dub. So there's no point in me getting a dub and then me talking sour and talking like, man, ain't nobody worried about that. Like, it ain't no point in me doing that. Like, she done. We don't got to deal with her no more. So I'm really happy. And then beyond that, I beat her anyway. Like, so, but yeah, like,
I think what
but
annoys me the most and makes this worse is the girls in this situation. Like all of this race that's being added to it. None of the players did any of this. Like, there's
yeah,
plenty of
exactly.
racist basketball
Exactly.
players, racist
Yeah.
football players,
Yep.
racist soccer players. The players, Caitlin Clark is, for all we know, she's a class act. She hasn't said or done anything. It's just the narrative
Yeah.
behind this.
Being created
Everybody
for you.
else is
Yeah.
making this a black or white
Yeah.
thing. Like, I
Yeah.
don't even want to know. Like, I feel bad for Angel Reese because she's getting death threats. She's getting threats of SA.
And hers is for the same reason. Think about it. I don't know anything
Exactly.
about the sport. I don't know. It's just narratives are being created by all the powers that be. And then, of course, people are pushing back against the narrative. So now it's just narrative versus narrative. So literally, you're fighting battles that you don't got nothing to do with.
Nigga, I'm just trying to play basketball. We competitors. We trying to win. And now niggas are threatening to SA me because I'm going against a white girl? American sweetheart, apparently.
Apparently there was like some AI generated corn as
Oh,
well. I was just like, I'm glad I didn't see that, but I'm like, y'all are
yeah.
bugged out. Yo, what's up with y'all?
Niggas, man. That's just the
But
state of the world, man.
but
It's fucked
this
up.
this is the thing that killed me because there was so much talk. Because I remember my brother, he didn't want to hear none of this Caitlin Clark shit, but for the same reason, he had no problem with that girl or her game. It's just the like I can smell when y'all want to turn this white when white people decide to put another white person on a pedestal, it will always turn me
It's
against the person.
glaring.
It happened with Tom Brady. And so for Tom Brady's whole career, we hated him. It wasn't until I knew Tom Brady was retiring that I was willing to let myself respect anything he did.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I was like, all right, he on his way out. Like this is last year in Tampa Bay. Okay. Hey, that nigga was cold for sure, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga was really like that. But while he was playing, no, that nigga was a bitch. I'm gonna call you a bitch every time. And
it's like black people never admitting OJ did it. It's just it's a black rule. You just gotta hate Tom Brady. Like, that nigga, fuck him, bro.
Yeah, like again,
supporter, dog. Like, come on, dog.
Even while I was doing the hate, right? I still remember there was
a hate. I knew it's the same. Like I said, just like OG. Like, we knew he did that shit, but you can't admit that to
and same thing with the Caitlin Clark shit, man. Man, she not fuck with. She hit one of them dumbass step backs from 38 feet. Damn. Like nigga in the back of the head. Shit.
And we don't want to do this.
Black
people don't want to do this. White people be making us do this. Niggas be talking about bringing race up all the time, and it be them. It be them.
And the funny is, because like again, same thing with the time. Like I remember there was a moment where I had one moment where I literally, and again, in that moment, I didn't explicitly say it out loud, but I knew in my head, I was like, I have to respect him. I can't. Like he took it. He took it. He stole the respect. There's nothing I could like. He was playing
the respect.
He was playing Pittsburgh, and I think it was one of them Monday night, Sunday night, whatever games. And this was like Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, Pittsburgh, like Le'Veon Bell probably. Yeah. He was playing them in Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and then I forgot something happened. I think he might have scored a touchdown late or whatever. He ran into the end zone, got the ball from whoever scored. It was like, yeah, let me get the rock. The rest of his team lead the end zone. The camera pan. He hold the ball up to the whole section of fans, like, yeah. And he like rotated like a panorama, like, yeah. Y'all see this? Yeah, y'all see this? Y'all see it? And then spike that shit in front of him and just say, yeah, nigga. And I was looking at him, I'm like, oh man, I can't, nope. That shit not hard.
Straighten up, little nigga. Tighten up.
Yeah, I'm like, that shit not hard, bro. What is he fucking he talking about? So what? You did that to a team that ended up going to the Super Bowl that year. So what? Like, nigga gotta start making up hate. So what? Like, you same thing with the Caitlin Clark's down. 41-point triple double. Bro, niggas be stat patterns, bro. Niggas be stat patterns, bro. Like, you be chasing them boards, bro. You so nasty. But it's just so much of that like you could smell the great white hope they're doing with her. Because I've never seen more Iowa-based sports personalities than I did this week. And when I saw so many of the things they were saying, I said, "You niggas will never beat the allegations. You niggas are never beating those
I
allegations.
didn't
Y'all
even know it was
understand?"
allegations. I thought it was just straight
Against
up. I thought
Iowa,
they were okay with it.
against
No,
people
no,
from Iowa.
no. I thought when you said allegations, I thought you meant like the allegations that they're making her the great white.
Oh no. They'll never be the allegations. The allegations.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. Like, and don't get me wrong, like, because that's why, like, even when we started doing that, is she the GOAT? Is she this? I'm like, bro, like, the problem is with this GOAT talk is like, if you're willing to say men's basketball, I think you can arguably have GOAT conversations without a ring, because there's some of the best players. Think about the best players you see in the NBA. Not one of them niggas got a college championship. Not no Jason Tatum.
Malachi
Not
Flynn.
no Steph Curry. Not no, like, most of them niggas don't. And the guys who do are just like, okay, like, you like, oh, that's what's up. Josh Hart has a championship. Who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. But it's like on the women's side, buddy, the women who win the championships in college usually come to the WNBA and make history. That's just kind of how it goes. So it's like Breanna Stewart won 4 straight rings and then got to the WNBA, and I'm afraid to even pull up what her WNBA stats are, because they're going to be nasty. It's going to be a whole lot of award. 2-time WNBA champion, 2-time WNBA Finals MVP, 2-time WNBA MVP, Rookie of the Year, 5-time All WNBA first team, 3-time All Defensive second team, 2-time All Defensive first team.
Damn.
Yeah, just so we're clear. like, so this is my meme.
Do you think with all the hype that women's college basketball is getting now, that the WNBA will start to get that hype and WNBA players will actually start getting paid what they're deserved?
Well, I think it's going to be slow, because you still have to understand that we're talking about capitalist systems that are purposely disadvantaging women. And I think we just had to understand that's not going to get shook away just because one great player comes through. But she will be good for that. She'll definitely be good. But again, the people fail to realize, y'all placing that on her. What if she don't want that? What if that's not what she here for? Like, that's the problem. Like, when you put these folks on a pedestal, because we don't know her intentions. We don't know what she here to do.
Are just watching because of her and not just because they're interested in women's college basketball?
No, I do think
something that the game between UConn, it was the most watched game.
Oh yeah. Oh, listen, there was. I mean, I also had a thread of those stats. I need to go find them. Basically, the Iowa LSU game, which had, I think the championship game had better ratings than that, but if I'm not mistaken, but the Iowa LSU game pretty much outperformed every Monday night game on ESPN in history. Or no, I think it was every ESPN football game on history.
Football, not even basketball.
Yeah, no. They started because people were like, "Oh, why are you just comparing other sports, buddy?" We had to go to other sports. The men's college basketball couldn't fuck with them at all.
Yeah,
I think the only game in this men's season that outdid that Iowa LSU game was the NC State and Duke game, I think, or in North Carolina, and I don't know. One of those. It was one game though in the whole tournament that outdid this, which again has never been the case. Typically the WNBA or the women's college basketball game struggled against any of the, but it was higher than that. It was higher than any MLB game last season. It was higher than every playoff game last season except for Game 5. Which, mind you, Game 5s in the NBA playoffs are pivotal games, like a 2-2 series. The winner of this game usually wins the series. It's a pivotal game. Like, so, dog, I do think Caitlin Clark is responsible for some of that. Now, how much of that? I don't know. We can't quantify that. And I think that's part of why they're putting so much on her, because they understand, like, look, it's just a matter of timing. It's a matter of, like, because I was saying this the other day, like, when Jordan got to the league, like, Larry Bird and Magic were there, and they carried the league through a tough time. Because before Magic and Larry Bird got there, nigga, nobody gave a fuck about the NBA.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who I would.
Those games weren't on television. Like, niggas did not care, dog. Like, they didn't even care. Like, I'm just going off of the historical part. Like, I'm not saying like nobody cared. I'm saying the country as a whole, just, it wasn't funded, it wasn't being watched, it wasn't being there. We weren't signing contracts.
Radio and niggas were seeing it in person. This shit was not on TV.
Yeah, wasn't even on TV at that point. And then you niggas started, oh shit, Lakers, Celtics. All right, now we got 2 organizations to care about. But still, just these 2. I don't care about the league, nigga. If they not in it, we not watching. Similar effect here with the Caitlin Clark. If she not in it, we not watching. So I do think some of that is there. But my thing is also like, yeah, once they got there, a lot of that is about timing, right? So they get there, but then think about the league don't drastically like, yeah, they step up, they grow, but then it takes the next Jordan for it to grow to the next plateau. Then it takes the Kobe's and the LeBrons to go to the next plateau. Then it takes the Steph Curry's and the Allen Iversons. So it's like, I don't think Caitlin Clark is enough to just leap you forward generations. But I think she'll do what she needs to do for this time period. So again, if that's like if y'all salaries now is on average, I don't know what the WNBA average is now. Actually,
it's not good.
it's all right. It's all right. 102,000 is the average salary, right? So if it's
Nigga, the average
102,000,
salary for the NBA, nigga.
oh yeah, come on now, we know this. But that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say it's the average salary is 100,000 now. I think again, give it a few years. Caitlin Clark could probably, depending on how it goes, right? Depending on how all this other shit shake out, that shit might get to $250,000 or something. But like, you're not gonna have $1 million. You're not about to just leave.
The salaries, that's just what they're getting paid from the WNBA, right?
Yes, just as an employee as a WNBA.
Okay, so Caitlin Clark with the sponsors and shit that she's gonna make, when she goes to
she's gonna get broke up. Same thing with Angel Reese. Like that's why like a lot of these women nowadays are gonna get paid more than like whether I'm better or not than the current WNBA players, I'm gonna get a bigger and better bag because of the optics. People are here now. People are looking like because again, you gotta understand, like you look at WNBA games from 20 years ago, dog, there were women putting up dumbass stat lines. But the difference is, it's like those aren't the people who necessarily move the needle in terms of viewership. Now you have that one person who is gonna get everybody watching. Oh yeah, everyone's gonna be clamoring for a chance to get on her, and it's the same thing. Angel Reese is part of that too. Angel Reese got 3 million followers on Instagram. Like, dog, like nigga, just off of selling ad space on my Instagram, I can make my WNBA salary and double it. So I'm gonna be all right. Like I'm gonna be fine. Like, and I think most of the newer players will be fine. I think going forward, the league is gonna start to, and so that's gonna pick up. But people fail to realize WNBA has only existed for like what 25 years, like a little bit over than that. Mm-hmm. When was the NBA created? Like, for 1949. 1949. So what is 25 years from 1949? 1974, i.e., an era of basketball no one fucking cared about.
I didn't even know that in the WNBA was made that long ago. Honestly,
the WNBA is like recent. Like people think it was around the same amount of time as the NBA. Nigga,
no, I know it's recent. I'm saying I didn't even think it went back that far to the 70s.
No, it didn't. No. You missed what I'm saying. Like,
25 years from when the NBA
from the NBA was formed. I'm making that parallel. 1974 is like, dog. Like, hold on, I'll tell you who. 1974, the NBA had 18 franchises. Yeah. Let's see. Like, I don't even know who gives a fuck. Like, who was even in this game? I don't know. Couldn't even tell you. Bob McAdoo, Wes Unseld, Kevin Porter, not to be mistaken with his shitbag son. Rick Barry, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you had. Nate Archibald, Tiny Archibald, Walt Frazier, Dave Cowens, John Havlicek. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, these were names. These were very good players. Like, don't ever fool yourself. Bob McAdoo was nice. Like, Elvin Hayes was nice. Like, some of these niggas were nice. Walt Frazier was nice, but nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cared before certain niggas got to the league. So that'd be my whole thing where, like, I do get that and I respect that, but I just don't. My thing is people making it so Caitlin is, like, unfallible. Like, you can't question her. You can't critique nothing. And I don't like that shit. And I know why y'all doing that, too, because y'all didn't get that to the girl who should have had that last year. But y'all gonna give it to her now. Like, nah, I'm not jacking it. Not jacking it. Like, and that's one thing I hate when casual niggas get involved in these combos. Like, I hate feeling like an elitist. But when it comes to sports, like, it's a certain, like, you have to understand how sports work. You can't take your politics and bring your politics in and look at it through that angle because you're gonna miss shit. Can't take.
You're saying casuals and they're bringing it. You don't even got it. they're only gonna bring in the politics because they
Mm-hmm.
see a white girl going up against a black girl.
Exactly.
That's their only angle. So
Exactly.
there's no reason to even try to talk sense to these people because
Yeah.
they're just here to sell discourse. And most of the people aren't even people; they're bots, just going with the current trend.
No facts. When I started looking through some of them shit, I'm like, this is not a person, nigga. But yeah, I say all that to say, congratulations to South Carolina ladies. Congratulations to Dawn Staley, one of the goats, man. It's 3 rings, man. It's 3 of them things. And yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got, man. But for our last topic today, man. Boy, oh boy, do I have something to say to a light skinned nigga.
Who?
Boy, oh boy.
I mean, I can say a lot to a lot of light skinned niggas, but who we
Nah,
talking
it's
about?
one light skinned nigga in particular. We have got to speak on it.
We
So
talking about
obviously,
dead cold and flu.
so I, so obviously, we all know about the like that verse. Kendrick calling niggas out, fuck the big 3 niggas, just big me, bow bow, all of that. So obviously, we've been speculating for weeks since that has come out. And granted, don't that new Metro, the second Metro album come out this week? At the
You
end of
said
this week,
don't.
Friday or something?
You said
It
don't what?
does on the 12th.
On the 12th, sure enough.
Repeat that.
Metro and Future. I have 2 albums. The first one was the one we heard already, and then the second album is coming out this Friday.
Oh, that is a delightful treat. I did not
Mhm.
know they had 2 albums coming out.
Not a delightful treat.
I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, so and they're saying like it's a whole new album. It ain't no deluxe edition. It ain't no just
Oh,
flip
these
or
niggas been
something.
working.
So we'll see. One thing I will
These the
say.
tracks that Metro had confiscated when he was in Abu Dhabi.
He
He just
updated his
dropped them
shit.
around. Yeah.
He went back and said, "Nah, this was cold. Why did I not fuck with this?" So all that happened, and so obviously we've been patiently awaiting a response from the Light Bright Brigade, and we haven't got one so far.
From the Mini
Until
2.
from the what?
The Mini
The
2.
Mini 2. The Mini 2. Yeah, might as well be. Look, at this point, nigga, there ain't no big 3 no more. Fuck all that. It's a big 2, and niggas gonna have to fill out applications to be in the big 3. Like Wale, come on, step up, fill it. Give me your app. Meek, give me your app.
I saw Meek.
Big
No way
Crit.
in hell. No, you sound insane.
Listen, we need application. We need applicants. Okay, do you understand that?
No, he's disqualified off top. He's banned.
Buddy, listen. After what I just saw, I'm not willing to.
Have you seen? All right, you after what you just saw from J. Cole Rabies, have you seen what Meek Mill's been tweeting? No, he's banned.
I mean, look, we can do that for all the big 3, though. We can do that for Kendrick. I mean, he defended Robert Kelly.
That's
But
crazy.
he is crashing out on Twitter as we speak. Like,
yeah,
no, yeah, he is, and we'll
did you
also
see what he said this morning? He said, "Well, niggas watching petty rap beef. I'm watching Gaza and Israel, brother. I'm going to stone you." All right, brother.
Yeah, so him and Wale are in it for a quick little detour. Him and Wale are into it for some reason. Apparently
Wale was shown hanging out with this dude that Meek Mill's beefing with. So you want me to be mad at a nigga that you mad at when I'm not mad at this nigga? Like, and then Wale even said 90% of rap beef, these niggas end up becoming friends later on. So why the fuck do I care now?
he said, "Get up."
get
So Meek was sick with Wale for this, and he said, "I never believed this clown, but now it add up. So I'm gonna move like that. These niggas scared of me, and I'm neutral because I'm blessed, but now they making me mad. Niggas acting cool with my kids. We're ops the same day. It's slime time, fellas. Let's go." Oh, he's going to Nickelodeon. Nice.
He might need to be there.
But yeah, basically, him and Wale have now got into it. Because at first I didn't understand. Is it so when he's saying Mike, is he saying Mike Dean, like the producer?
I have no fucking idea who any of these people are.
I know who Mike Dean is.
No, like, I know who. I don't know who like Meek is referring to in like these posts because he's only saying first names and he's like, I have no idea. I don't believe Meek is a credible, reliable storyteller to begin with.
Maybe not, but I'm just trying to see if it's Mike Dean that he's mad with. I don't think that's the guy. I think someone else named Dean.
How many
Uh,
white music producers are named Dean?
I don't know. His name is Dean, apparently.
Like first name Dean?
I guess so. Yeah.
I
But anyway,
no idea.
Meek not jacking him for hanging out with him, da da da. And then Wale says Meek just decided to go on a bunch of rants. Talking about something. When I was around with Shy Glizzy, we was in DC. I could have got you touched. That's a very dangerous situation to be in.
Yo, I didn't really care about Meek before. Like I liked a few of his songs. Now this is a nigga who downfall I'm praying on. I actively hate this nigga, bro. I hate this nigga. When I was in DC with Shy Glizzy, I could have you're a bitch. I hate this nigga, man. And first off, I hate academics even more. I hate academics more than Meek.
He's a loser.
And I hate Meek for making me agree with academics when like they were beefing like last month, and academics was like, "You threatening me on the internet, but you talking about prison reform? You got to pick one. You either got to be a gangster, or you got to do this. In your music, you talk about killing people and selling drugs, but you about prison reform." I'm like, he kind of cooking you right here, honestly. You gonna let Jerry from Tom and Jerry cook you like this?
I feel like if I'm fighting for prison reform, why would that stop me from getting you offed?
Because, nigga, you're already a felon that got released.
Right.
And you're talking crazy on the internet for everybody to see.
Well, yes, that's the bad part, but I can't want niggas off and still believe in prison reform.
No,
That's why I
needs to be
believe in the
off right
prison
now.
reform.
But
that's part of the reason why I want the prison reform, so we don't go. Like, I feel like
that's not,
I feel like
that's a little different.
That's not how it go.
No, nigga, if you just out here offing people, you need to be in jail.
No, I know. That's why we're trying to remove the need to be in jail, so people don't have to go
threatening niggas on the internet.
Well, I didn't go about it the best way. I say that.
You said you was gonna show up at that nigga house.
He said I would have stressed you, me Millie.
No, it stressed you.
Not to mention you may have to throw a pause in there after
you are known as Freak Millie currently, so you gotta throw a pause when you say you're gonna stretch somebody.
Freaky Mouse.
Freaky Mouse. He's part of the Freako, so he gotta say pause after say he gonna stretch somebody.
But yeah, we are praying for whichever outcome's funniest here. So prayers up for that. But that's the side piece. Let's get to the main piece. Is that light-skinned nigga with the locks? He did more than let Nas down. You did more than let Nas down.
All right,
so
I just want to say this before we get too deep into it. I don't know your relationship with J. Cole, but I've never really liked J. Cole. Music-wise, I thought he was boring. I could never listen to any of his music. The only like mixtape that I listened to him was like some shit in high school where like he was sitting in the gym with the basketball in front of him with the bald head.
I think that was Friday Night Lights. Is that Friday Night Lights?
Nigga, sophomore year or junior year, that is the only music I listened from this nigga. I hate this nigga musically. Personally, he seems like a good dude. From the things that he's done, I have nothing against him. When niggas are saying fuck J. Cole, I was also saying it, but just his music, not him as a person. But now I'm saying fuck J. Cole as a person. Niggas are lame.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, right, let's just get straight into it. Because my background is I heard the same mixtapes you did. The Friday Night Lights, the warm up, the come up. I don't remember the name of the rest of them joints. I was fucking with it. As soon as I heard it, I said, yeah, I'm fucking with this. I think this guy's good. I'm fucking with this for sure. Then, like I said, still was cool. Born Center was all right. Forest Hills Drive went crazy, and I was like, yeah, I even like For Your Eyes Only. So I would consider myself a J. Cole fan.
I respect the cinematography behind Forest Hill Drive and how the police are raiding his house. Again, like I said, he seems like a cool person. But I didn't even listen to the album. I just saw the videos of the police raiding his house and like his album raw and everything, and I thought it was cool. Didn't listen to the music though.
Every album J. Cole has dropped has gone platinum. Just thought that was an interesting note.
I believe it. Platinum with no features, right? That's like his whole thing.
Well, he had a few features on the last two, but yeah, on the first ones, yeah. Born Center also had features, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't care. That's not the point. He decides for whatever reason that he is going to put out just a little, I guess, throwaway album or something with some singles on it. And mind you, I didn't listen to the whole album. People were saying the rest of the songs on there were all right.
The
Although
fact
there were
that you listen to the album means you're more of a fan than nigga. I heard he put something
no, I
out,
didn't.
and
I
I
didn't.
didn't even have an inkling of
I
a
heard the
thought.
first song. I heard that one song. That was it.
Oh,
Like the song he dissed Kendrick on. I heard that, and I
Oh,
was
you
like,
just went straight to that. Oh, okay.
I didn't even go to that. Someone put it on my dash, so I saw it.
You literally you weren't even seeking it out. It found you.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay.
So I heard that, and I heard him mention. And I first off, I thought the line attack was insane because I was like, I feel like a legacy argument against Kendrick Lamar is the stupidest shit you could have did. Like that doesn't make sense. Like,
yeah,
legacy, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like having a legacy argument with like Jay-Z or something. Like, brother, the body of work is the body of work. If you want to say I'm whack now, say I'm whack now. If you want to say I don't come outside, then say that. If you want to say I'm ducking smoke, say that. If you want to say you'll still out rap me, nigga, take your ass outside so I can bust your ass. If you gonna say any of that shit, say that. But having talking about your albums were boring when you know
you are known as the boring nigga.
Night Cole, like no, you can't be Night Cole and call somebody else shit boring. And not to mention the album you're calling boring is To Pimp a Butterfly, which is like whether you like the album or not, boring is just a hilarious thing to call it.
I would say it's polarizing at the worst.
Yeah, no, and because here was another thing, and we'll get into all of this after we tell the whole story. But so then J. Cole drops all of this. He's got some bars. He at one point he compares Kendrick to a trans fella to essentially say he looked like a man, but he's still a bitch. Which again, I think he just did way too much dressing up to just like. Here's the problem, right?
Dude, I saw a lot of people talking about that. And do you think he was trying to be transphobic, or is he just too big brain, smart mouth, trying to go away about to call Kendrick a bitch?
I think my problem
he actually believes that women that
no, I don't think he actually. My thing is the statement itself is still transphobic, right? And I think he was trying to be transphobic. I think he was trying to be as consciously and awarely transphobic as he could, and it just looks ham-fisted because you can't. Like, if you're gonna say something racist, there's no point in dressing it up in all this regalia for it to just be fucking racist in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Just be racist. Just say the racist shit you're gonna say.
Nigga,
right?
There was like any direction that you could have went in this line, and the line you picked was to call him a bitch was to say that he like
was you added the transphobia to it. You could have just called him a bitch.
Yeah,
people do that all the time.
Call niggas a bitch daily, hourly. Battle rappers are calling people a bitch.
That is Geechee Gotti's entire thing, nigga. You's a bitch, like you could have easily got away with that, but you big brained it. You tried to go to so it's like kind of like a trans fella, like trans fella is the funniest shit in trans fella. Bro, stop referring to niggas as fellas, please. Now, cut it out. Now you're mixed, and I can tell. That's how I can tell because you're saying fella, brother. My fella in Christ.
My fella in Christ.
Like, don't do that no more, bro. Don't do that again.
No, trans fella is crazy.
Kind of like a trans fella. I didn't even hear how it sounds. I would never want to hear how it sounds.
I've only heard other people say the lyrics. I haven't listened to
the song. I haven't heard that in play. I don't want to either. So that whole thing comes out, and my look, and that was out for 2 days, right? 2 days, 48 hours. That was out. 2 days before J. Cole does his Dreamville Fest, which is his little festival he has in Fayetteville, right? So to me, I'm thinking, okay, I'm seeing the strategy. Okay, you're gonna do this. Kendrick not responding in no fucking 2 days. You're gonna get on your show, and then you're gonna kick that nigga back in at the okay, I see what you're doing. Okay. I'm saying it like again, that's the plan. That's what it looked like. Now I still don't like his line of attack But I'm thinking, well, if you just attack 20 times, then something's
that's
gonna.
what Drake did. He put out back to back and charged up before Meek even responded. So
Yeah, he put out charged up. Wait a couple of days. Nah, I'm not jacking
back to
that.
back.
I'm not jacking it. Let's get another one. That other one was quiet. This is like the up tempo joint. Let's. And if this won't work, I gotta dance all this.
Back to back.
Yeah, and if this don't work, I gotta dance all this. I gotta it sound like controller, but it's a diss.
Why does Drake only diss? Nah, we don't gotta get into that. We don't gotta get.
Hey, well, yeah,
that nigga performed "Talk New Jutsu" on stage to talk to Kendrick Lamar, but he threw 2 songs at fucking Meek Mill. He threw 1 song at fucking Pusha T, and then said, "All right, I'm gonna get the goons on you after you reveal his son." No goons ever touched Pusha T, by the way. He threw shots at Megan Thee Stallion for some reason. This nigga only beefs with niggas that he, not even that he knows he can win against, that he thinks he can win against. The only nigga that he's won against is Meek Mill.
Now, quick question. Well,
you don't think he won against Meek Mill?
Okay, I will say I do have something. I have something to say.
Oh yeah, hold on. As our resident Drake specialist, yeah, go ahead.
Drake specialist. You like Drake?
Oh,
you like his music, not as a person.
Oh, buddy, right? I'm here to tell you right now, you're not getting an unbiased take. I'm just, but go ahead.
Man.
Okay, I will let me offer this as food for thought.
Okay.
I do believe Drake is a misogynist, and I will say that he does take shots at, like you just mentioned, took shots at Megan. What is the difference between he takes shots at people, but to use that he took shots at women as if he hasn't also taken shots at men? That's what he does. He takes shots. He never puts out he's never put out a diss song on Megan Thee Stallion. Like using subliminal messages that he sent to Megan Thee Stallion is no different than the countless niggas that he's sent. He's the most battle-tested rapper that we have, of our generation. He's sent shots at multiple people.
Now,
it's
when you say battle-tested, like, he sent shots, but he's not doing full disses against people.
Yeah, no, he's not. But I just don't.
But he has though.
He has done full disses, but I just he sent shots. But we consider the shots he took at like Megan and other female rappers to be full on. You diss these people. He hasn't. He sent shots. He sent shots at everybody. Like
that nigga shot at Tyga multiple times.
He shot at why did he shoot at Tyga? They weren't Young Money.
Multiple times, buddy.
He takes shots at everybody. That's what he does. He takes subliminal shots at people. But when people say
he took shots at Tory Lanez before defecting to Tory Lanez's side, like it's just like the nigga's not loyal to nobody.
Formula. He's not loyal to anybody. So I'm just like, when people will say that he has no problem talking to women, he talks to women the same way he talks to these niggas. He don't ever give anybody his full attention.
Now, one thing I will say is the biggest difference between that thing with he only beef with women, like people say the same thing about Ak. And I think the difference between with him and Ak is Ak is the same guy in the sense that he will beef with whoever. He beefed with Lil Baby. He beefed with Meek 100 times. He beefed with Freddie Gibbs 1,000 times. He beefs with niggas all the time, but it's the way he beefs with women.
He goes hard.
Yeah, right. And that's where him and Drake are different, because Drake is just like, I'm gonna throw a little sub at. I've thrown subs at Joe Budden.
I will venture to say that the shots that
subs at Common.
Yeah, I would venture to say the shots that if we examine them, I know that this is a narrative right now, but if we examine the shots that he's taken at Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm saying shots plural, even though I can only think of one, or like what he said about like maybe Serena, or something like that. If we compare it 1-to-1 with what he said about these niggas, the shit that he said towards women is a lot more tame than what he said to these niggas. But they're all still subliminal shots.
Why did he even throw shots at the women? He didn't have a reason to beef with them.
Well, I mean,
said something about him.
Yeah, say that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Serena is his ex-girlfriend. I be beefing with my ex-girlfriend, so I don't know about what reasons. Huh?
Like actively?
No, nigga.
I'm just saying. He thought, I got something to worry about. Like, am I in danger?
Like, what was the beef about?
I'm so, like why would personal relationships with some of these women? So I don't know Like it's not rap beef. It's clearly personal.
Yeah, Drake is a personal nigga for sure. Because I'm trying to think, why would he switch from throwing shots at Tory Lanez and then later switching over to throwing shots at Meg? I've never heard Meg or Drake on a song together, so it's got to be personal shit behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I
Well,
can't
you
think of
know
anything to do it.
who Megan beefs with, who is also a very close.
Oh,
Associate.
Nicki Minaj. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the cokehead sexual assault defender.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we're on a pod. So yeah,
SA,
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, so not to get us too distracted because I fuck all of this Drake shit. I got smoke for that light skinned nigga, not
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
not you. Jewish man, step aside, not you. We'll get to you in a moment. I need to talk about that nigga that graduated from St. John's University. Let's talk to him real quick. Hey, my man. So he gets on stage, right? Does all that. 48 hours pass. Then he gets on stage at this Dreamville Fest, and I'm thinking, oh, he about to keep
Cook this
kicking.
nigga, yo.
He about to keep cooking. Because look, he should do the song on the stage and then talk about it after he do it. Because that's his whole thing. Like he'll do a song and then just be talking between songs and yeah. Talk to these niggas. Tell them why Kendrick a bitch. Then do the song where you say he a bitch. Then talk to them afterwards about how they felt about you calling him a bitch. They're like, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. This nigga. I remember, so it was, when I first seen this, I didn't even see the
This
video.
nigga was lost for words.
I saw people talking about it, and it was like, ain't no way J. Cole apologizing on stage at his show and da da da. And I'm like, nah, y'all must be watching, like, y'all must have saw a clip and took it out of context or something. Nah, I know the nigga who I just said, and mind you, this wasn't even on no because I think J. Cole is that nigga or because I saw a lot of people do that, like, y'all God or y'all hero. I'm like, buddy, enough. I like all of these niggas. I'm just simply telling you, I believe this nigga to actually believe the shit he was saying. I thought when he was talking about that, I got the best pen. Last 5 years, he been rapping. I'm the best there. I'm the best that I could. Nobody's fucking with me. Nobody want to see me. Niggas don't even want to do features with me because they scared to rap. So when a nigga talk like that for 5 years and then you finally get pushed, and then you just dropped the disc, which I think was a little. I'm thinking you still got more smoke in the chamber. I'm thinking it's another clip in there. You about to reload and let some other shit go. So I'm thinking when I hear apology, I'm like, nah, y'all must have heard that wrong. See, this is why I gotta watch the videos, bro, because like y'all just be believing whatever they tell y'all. Like, so I go see the video. It's like the first one I seen is just like a 40-something second video, and it's literally him apologizing, saying that was some lame ass shit, some corny shit. Him dissing Kendrick, his heart wasn't in da da da. That's all I saw the first time, and I'm like, okay, I hate that, but all right. Then I saw a longer video. And I didn't even watch the whole thing because I was sick to my stomach at a certain point. The hip hop stomach of mine was ugh. But so then I get to a longer video, and then he basically is giving the full context of even that clip, and basically saying like, oh well, nah, like da da da, like it didn't sit right in my spirit. I couldn't sleep. I was losing sleep. But I'm like, wait. Time out. A nigga threw a shot at you, right? And again, because I'm not gonna like when niggas do like the whole Kendrick dissed you, and he was throwing shots. If you want to send some shots back, cool, you could have did that. So you jumped out, you attacked him with this whole your legacy is whack, your albums is boring, blah. You remind me of a trans fella, and just for you to then apologize for a half-hearted diss to begin with.
So did he apologize because the diss was whack or because he didn't want to disrespect Kendrick?
He's gonna tell you that answer too. I'm gonna tell you answer one.
Jesus.
Because I promise you, if he would have came out with that shit I was saying, like come outside and rap, nigga, in 2 days passed, and people was like, yeah, that's fact. Where Kendrick at? Come outside, rap. I promise you, he would not be on this. But he saw all them trans bars getting brought up. He saw people going, wait, To Pimp a Butterfly was boring? Like he saw all of that, all the talk on Twitter.
This nigga folded.
Yeah, and it was like, I'm losing the battle of I'm losing the public, you know what I mean? I'm losing the public perception battle here. It's not going well. So I seen that and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, listen, I'm sorry, J. Cole, you better take all of them killer, all of them. I'm the nicest MC, go to MC. Take all of that shit out your Serato now. I don't want to hear none of that. Dead to all of that shit. You can still rap. You can do whatever you want. Because like I said, niggas can always get anything can happen. Look, Drake has had much worse things happen to him, and he's recovered from all of them. A couple other niggas have had bad things happen to them. They can recover from these. You'll be fine. Your career will be fine. But I better not hear none of that best MC shit again. You better shut that shit off. You better start rapping about fucking 401ks and mortgages, nigga.
I wouldn't know what the nigga gonna be rapping about anyway.
I'm telling
I
you.
still thought this nigga was rapping about dirty laundry in college, nigga. That's my level.
I tell you what, that nigga better go get a master's degree so he got some more college to rap about. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You better, nigga, buy a laundromat. Rap about that. Rap about owning a business, nigga. I don't want to hear no GOAT rapper talk from you. There's a 5-year period where you are banned from that. And truthfully, the contingent on how you acting in 5 years, I might ban you for life. But this was disgraceful. And the worst part was I saw so many people trying to applaud him for like, no, he recognized his heart wasn't in it. So like, why continue a beef if you went da-da-da? I'm like, dog, all of that shit sounds good if we were talking about something that might take somebody's life. That's the only, listen, look at me. The only time I'm gonna tell you and give you that maturity shit is if a life was on the line. If y'all would, if like, for example, here's one thing I'll say, and I niggas might not like it, but remember Drake and Pusha T got into it.
Mm-hmm.
Drake said all the things he said on his song. Yeah, like, I was ghostwriting for Kanye. Nigga, you're whack. You're the worst nigga on your label. And then Pusha T said, you're hiding a child. Your mama's never known love.
Your homeboy dying, bro.
Homeboy dying. Like he came back with that. So again, guess what? That's the exact situation I'm describing. That puts Drake in a very easy position. Either I rap on a track with you and get worse than that, which Lord knows what the fuck that looks like for Drake, or B, I smoke you, get you whacked in real life, and then I'm the prime suspect, or C, I gotta admit defeat and get the fuck up out of here and just focus on my bag. So again, at least
long enough, niggas will forget.
Yeah, so at least in Drake's case, he had a reason to take that more mature route. Like, even though it's still a cop-out, he had a much better reason to, because, buddy, the way that was going, I'm sure
you to go from this.
Like, yeah,
nowhere.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
It never apologized.
You said what?
I said it never apologized.
Who did? Who didn't?
Apologize for
Drake.
Wait, you saying Drake never apologized? Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
I mean, that's not even an option. That's why J. Cole is in the situation. Nigga, rap beat
and Pusha T never
apologized. Is the last thing.
Listen, niggas will apologize to you decades later, if that. Like, that's when you gonna get your.
Sometimes niggas don't even apologize. Did Nas? I know Nas and Jay-Z made up, but did anybody actually apologize? Or did just say, "Nigga, it's been 20 years, bro. We both
Jay-Z
niggas in the rap."
Jay-Z had 2 diss songs, Takeover and Super Ugly. He apologized for Super Ugly, and the reason he gave behind apologizing was because his mama made him. I'm not making this up. He was very adamant about that. Like, because think about it, Takeover was the song where he really got into the bad da. That was the second diss track. Niggas didn't really hear or don't remember Super Ugly because it's a super ugly song. Like, he's talking about, I was fucking your girl right next to the baby. Baby was in the carriage crying. Wasn't nobody taking care of your kids, nigga. I was piping her down, nigga, through the condom in the baby crib. Know what I mean? Like, nigga was talking despicable.
That's crazy.
And so his mom heard that, I guess. She said, Sean Carter, you better pick that phone up and apologize to that man right motherfucking now.
Nigga, that shit might be worse than No Vaseline. I never heard that song.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's probably why, because it wasn't really suitable for our ears, and then 2, it was like you have a better one that's like better lyrically and better, you know what I mean, all of that. That was just like your look, fuck that. Like, because think about it, Ether. That's why Ether makes so much sense, because it's like people were like, well, Jay-Z had his diss, he was talking about doll this, and then Nas basically just said, you were never hugged as a child, you're ugly, you got to pay bitches to fuck with you. And people wondered why Nas was on that type of time. And it's like, nigga, because Super Ugly was the precedent you set.
And niggas don't even know about Super Ugly like
exactly, that. Right. So I'm responding to you trying to go that Arsenal disrespect route. Okay, let's talk disrespecting, bitch.
So is it fair that niggas think that Nas won because of Ether when niggas don't even really know about Super Ugly?
Oh yeah, niggas do think Nas won, for sure.
No, I know, no, but what I'm saying is it fair that people think Nas won when most people, me included, didn't even know about Super Ugly? Nas was responding to Super Ugly.
Right. Well, my thing is, I honestly don't believe Nas won that beef. I think Ether was still
Okay.
legendary. Like, I think both of those tracks were legendary. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't see Nas as winning because to me, my whole thing was like, what does it mean to win a beef if the nigga you win against isn't like, there's no besmirch or smudging of my name after you got your shit off. I had the better bars really on the song. I had a better track. You just said a bunch of mean things that people like that are more, it's more salacious, right? Like this is tabloid shit. Like this is what people want to hear. Like it's the same reason why people think Pusha T won when Drake rocked. Well, it's not the same reason, but it's part of the reason why if you compare Duppy and Story of Adidon, Duppy's better. It's a better song on paper than Story of Adidon. But then why is Story of Adidon better? Because
I don't even remember Duppy, but I remember Story.
Yeah, because I was saying some flagrant shit on there, nigga. I said your mother's never
Yeah,
been
and
fucked
it's
up.
like lyrically, it's not really, it's what can be most sensationalized,
most
telling,
damaging to your reputation.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not about like bar because like that's my whole thing where it's like it's very few beefs where the bars determined who won or who lost. A lot of times people just go off of what was the most ridiculous, what was the lasting memory we had of this. And for most people, it's a bunch of the shit that Nas said on Ether, which I get it. But for me, I'm like, listen, nigga, Jay-Z broke down why he broke down your albums was whack. He broke down where you got your style from. He broke down that you wasn't getting paid for your publishing. He broke down a whole bunch of shit that you couldn't refute, and you just proceeded to say I was ugly and I was never hugged as a child. And which again is very personal. It's very cutting. It's very this. It's very that. But like 4 albums in 10 years, nigga, I can divide. Like that's one every say two. Two of them shits was due. One of them was and the other was Illmatic. That's a one hot album every 10-year average. Like I just broke, nigga. I broke down your career.
No, it's nasty.
Yeah, that's literally what J. Cole was trying to do. Like that same.
But it didn't work.
I know that nigga. I know that
It
nigga
just
was
came out as
bringing
Trans
back
Fella.
diss tracks. Like,
It came out as Trans Fella.
Yeah.
I think J. Cole. I don't want to speak for the man because I don't even like his music, but maybe he thought that niggas weren't as cool with trans people as like he thought everybody would be on the same waves as him.
He better not have thought that shit.
He thought everybody would be on the same type of time. If he didn't think that, then why would he think that was an appropriate diss?
That's because he felt this is how I think he felt. If you listen to like J. Cole and Drake's music, both of them do not say bitch often. Drake has started saying it a little bit more, but they don't really touch that word.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake has spoken on this, like he doesn't really say bitch. Like few times have we heard this nigga say that. And I think he thought that because he was even trying to be PC by saying trans fella. Like he didn't even say, like I really think he was just trying to say
trans fella is crazy. You try to be you could just say
nigga try to be PC with a slur mixed with an insult. You're a dumb son of a
bitch. Fella on trans is crazy.
Because you're mixing trans misogyny with an insult. There's no cleaning this up, nigga. Yeah. You either move off of that point or you say it and you say it the way you say it. Like there's no amount of dancing that's gonna help you get around. It's like, bro, like
it's obvious what you actually think, but you're scared to say it because you don't want niggas to talk about you and like getting canceled.
Yeah, or you're like, well, I don't want them to think I really think that. But then why are you saying it?
Him breaking it down like that is interesting because that is actually like something that in rap people often say. Like it'll be like, oh, like you niggas got pussies, y'all bleeding. Like, like it'll be stuff like that. Like I think he was trying to go for that, but didn't want to sound as vulgar.
Yeah, which is
crazy because you could have just that was my original thought too. Like he wanted to call Kendrick a bitch, but he wanted to do it in a roundabout, convoluted rapping ass way. But then you you could. There was 1,000 different ways to say it.
Yeah.
You didn't have to bring the trans community and say you act like a man, but you're really a bitch. You got an Adam's apple, so you a nigga. You didn't have to say none of that.
Yeah, but that's why one thing I will say is I do think he only apologized because of the reaction he was getting. But given that this is what he came into this whole thing with, and this is what he was willing to release, I do agree with his apology in the sense that, like, I do think you meant it. Because again, in his apology, he's saying like it was half-hearted. It was this sounds half-hearted. This sounds like you don't really have beef with a nigga. That's personal.
He's taking it off streaming platforms, which is like low-key worse than the apology to me.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. This is too much respect that you're paying to a nigga who is sending shots at you. Like I don't care.
It was called
even
might delete later, so I mean, take it off streaming platforms if you don't fuck with it.
Yeah, it's just I'm sorry. None of these moves to me are like none of these moves aren't it. They're not it. And then the worst part was I remember looking up 7-minute drill, right? And then it was something related to like the army or like the military, where basically they do these drills for 7 minutes, Like the whole context for J. Cole, I guess, because I saw a Reddit thread from like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, interesting. But the whole 7-minute drill is basically, I guess he puts a beat on, and for 7 minutes he just goes or something like that. So I thought to myself, like, is this
sounds like a 7-minute song?
Yeah, no, this sounds like a 7-minute. What can I cook up about Kendrick in 7 minutes? Here you go. And that's not how you approach beef, you stupid nigga. Like, what are you?
Like, that would have been hard if it worked.
Yeah, that would have been hard if I don't know. Maybe you were the god MC, like you think. But like that was just such like so. That's why I'm thinking that song probably possibly was cooked up in 7 minutes. And if it was, now it all makes sense. It was half-hearted. Your heart wasn't in it. Your apology makes sense. But the fact that you had like, I'm not mad at you for apologizing. I am, but I'm more mad that you put yourself in a position to where an apology was even on the table. That's what I'm really mad about. Because you should have came out with the shit you had and came out with that heat or not said nothing at all. But you picked the worst secret third option, which is come out with some half-hearted bullshit. And then you picked the ultimate terrible fourth option, which is apologize for the shitty third option. You can't do that. You can't do that, buddy. You just got to, if you see the public reacting like this, 48 hours, all right, 7-minute drill, nigga, you know how many 7-minute clips is in 48 hours? You better get back to it, nigga.
Yeah, it would have been more respectable if he just dropped some more shit, to be honest. That was better.
Yeah, drop something else and clean it up, nigga. They ain't no, I remember that first shit. No, you don't.
Yeah, y'all, what Young Miami say? Oh, y'all
wasn't feeling that one. I guess they got to grow on y'all.
I guess they got to grow on y'all.
But yeah, so this was just poor. This is terrible from J. Cole, I think. Again, like we said, in terms of his career, it's not gonna fucking mean anything. No one literally cares like that. Like, cause your the fans don't care. It's not like that. But of course, the rapidy rap niggas, the same ones who begged Drake to drop some rapidy rap and then didn't listen to it, those niggas will be hate. They'll be heated. They'll be fucking furious. I'm sure Joe Budden will be fucking angry. Like, I'm sure that bald-headed nigga is gonna be hot as hell. And some other like Royce the 5'9" or some shit, some other rapidy rap ass niggas are gonna be fucking tight. You were disrespecting and besmirching the honor of the game. And honestly, I'm with him. I'm with him because it's no honor in that to me. It ain't no way you step out on the field into a fight. I'm sorry. No, I don't respect none of it. I really don't respect. I understand it. I definitely get it.
Understand it. Like,
I understand it. I just don't respect none of it.
I don't.
I did it because you felt the pressure to reply. You felt like you had to say something because you got basically gassed into saying something. I get that. So your heart wasn't in it, but you felt like you had to say something. And then so what do? You don't get into you can't get into that killing mode or that savage mode because there is no killer or savage. There's none of that here. I don't have that. So then you just did what you normally do, which is just 7-minute drill. And you thought that was suitable. You put it out. It wasn't. You realized, fuck, I was bullshit. I shouldn't have. I get it. I understand that. That's corny as fuck to me because you should have never did none of this thing. But that's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. You either die a hero or live to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah, you either die here or live long enough to see yourself apologize on the stage of your own festival.
Your own festival is crazy.
Like that's like, the other part too.
That's like Tyler Creator apologizing for something on fucking Camp Flog now.
Where and apologizing over some shit that you like, you sent shots and then you apologizing. Like, that's crazy, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You're nuts.
Yeah, niggas, he's cooked. I'm hoping this is the end of J. Cole.
It won't be. It won't be. But
No,
again,
no,
I
no.
tell
I
you what,
know. I'm just as a non J. Cole listener, I'm hoping to never having to hear from him again.
never. I never. Yeah, we'll hear from him again. I will be listening with a fucking microscope, with a stethoscope, brother.
I'll be listening.
I promise you, if I hear any of that Go MC shit, dog.
That golden sea shit is
Oh,
done. He can never do that again.
yeah, I got a surprise in store for Fayetteville if you do that. Go ahead, fuck around if you want.
You got the Chief Keef special, but for Fayetteville, not the Drinky.
Yeah, word. The Fayetteville special. Come on now. Please do not fuck with me. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all we got. I know we never talked about the Diddy Fair raid, but y'all know all about it. Nigga out there in Miami still getting love. It is interesting to me though. Like when I just think to myself, like when you are somebody of Diddy stature, there must be nothing you can say or do to where people will be done with you. Like because I seen the videos of them like slurping Diddy, and I was just like, damn, like. You not the all them accusations, that shit on. No, that ain't moving out at all.
I've seen so many videos of niggas just like, man, they just. I don't want to discredit all of his accolades and everything he's done as a person because of what's going on now.
I was just like, I don't understand.
This nigga is a SA artist, serially.
SA specialist, nigga.
A specialist, and this nigga is likely trafficking. I mean, I don't really care about trafficking drugs. Everybody traffics drugs. Niggas want to do drugs, but trafficking SA workers,
yes,
S workers,
folks.
He's trafficking the folks, and everybody that's been saying is just like, oh man, I just it always blows me whenever I see niggas defend like it's almost like they don't care. They literally don't care.
Yeah, and this is the thing, because to me it's just like that whole like, oh, his legacy. That first off, like when shit like this comes up and we are having these discussions, I don't actively give a fuck about your legacy right now. 1, 2, your legacy will just be whatever the fuck your legacy is. I mean, it's ongoing, and I don't determine that. You do mostly. So I mean, we'll just see how that plays out. But I don't. That's why I don't care who it is. I don't care if I love the artist down. I don't care if I fuck with them. Like, don't matter, dog. If this comes up, I'm not talking about no fucking legacy. I don't care about your legacy, nigga. You are accused of what? I don't care about no legacy. That's not the combo I'm having right now. So I mean, fuck it. Like, not to mention, I'm like, well, that's the second point I was gonna make, that niggas hate, and we'll get out of here after I make it. What is Diddy's legacy?
Dancing around.
Dancing around, basically putting Big on and then stealing all his money, and then Big passes away, then putting Mace on and stealing all his money, and then Mace is,
and then whatever Mace, making the band was,
and then stealing all of their money, and then
who was the nigga that went to like Peru and became a government official?
Shine, the guy. So Shine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the woman in that case is recounting her testimony. She's saying like, yeah, no, it was Diddy. It was Diddy who boomed me, and Shine took the blame for it. And I saw people that were mad at her, and I said, okay, so you're mad at, well, you know. But yeah, so I mean,
these are niggas that I'm praying on the downfall.
I'm like, bro, what?
Spiritually, I'm praying on the downfall.
Like, that's the part that killed me. I'm like, what is their legacy? Shake your tail feather? What's Diddy's legacy? Like, what? I'm sorry, what is so wonderful that like I'm not, like, we're not even at the cancellation. You take the songs out of my set. First off, I have a few Diddy songs in my library. Yeah. Other than that, like I'm not removing them, because as long as I still feel the way I feel about the song, I mean, it's mine now. Like, there's nothing y'all can do about that. But it's like, I'm not gonna add no new ones, and if the songs get weird for me, then yeah, I'll get them the hell up out of here. Like, but it's just like, why are we, like, again, legacy?
What is there to defend?
The shiny suit man legacy. Literally, I got a legacy of glimmering and shimmering.
Oh man, the shiny suit man. I remember hearing that all the time as a kid, but fuck that nigga. Who cares?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, who cares? Who gives?
Y'all defending this nigga. Niggas always want to talk about separating the art from the artist, but then niggas want to be like, oh well, man, his legacy and all that he's done.
So then you can't.
He's black, so you just want him. You don't want him to face any repercussions.
Here's my thing: if we struggle to separate the art from the artist, what the fuck makes you think we're gonna separate the man from the legacy? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? It's gonna be the same issue. It's probably worse because your legacy is much more intrinsically tied to who you are as a person. Like, at least your art can just be your art. Like, you can make art that you may not necessarily yourself love and agree with, and like that ain't how you give it up. Like, I make art about, slanging that and selling this, and I ain't did that in a long time. But when we talk about your legacy, nigga, your lasting impact on the world, nigga, that's gonna be more in line with what you did. And so, to me, the person you are, your character, factors way more into your legacy than it does your art. So, you barking up the wrong tree with that argument, because you got a better chance of separating the art from the artist than you do the legacy from the nigga who forged the legacy. Like, nigga, what's the like, again, I'm sure Henry Kissinger did something good in his life. You want to know what his legacy is? Anybody want to guess?
But it's war related.
Anybody want to guess? It's terrible, right? Like, and I'm sure there's plenty more niggas like that. Same thing with John McCain, right? John McCain, what was his legacy? Wasn't good. Being a POW, some shit like that. Like,
losing to Obama.
Right. Same thing with Obama, right? Obama, niggas love Obama in terms of like how they like him. They like him as a person. What's his legacy though?
Bombing.
Drone strikes. Okay. Mass deportation. Right. Understood. Bunch of other things we ain't gonna get into. But that's my whole point. So it's just like, I don't. This legacy talk is useless to me. I don't. When we're talking about the crimes you've committed in, like, because to me, my whole thing is like, all right, let's talk about something different. Like, let's say one of our favorite trap rappers was now going to be tried for a murder charge, right? And like, say it was like a string of them joints, right? Like a string, like it was a couple of them.
I would still listen to the music and not give a fuck if the nigga got locked up.
Right. And what I'm saying is, why would I then be having legacy conversations about how does this affect? I don't care. We've never had a legacy conversation about Thug.
I guess it's just because it's old niggas that are affected by this. Because think about it, it was only old niggas that were really torn up about R. Kelly going to jail.
Yeah.
It was only old niggas that give a fuck about. Yeah, Bill Cosby.
Well, it ain't only old niggas, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's mainly old niggas online that are voicing their
mostly old niggas, for sure.
So it's the same niggas that they refuse to give up the fact that the niggas that they grew up with in the 90s were monsters.
Well, I'm here to tell you now, out Shala, and we're gonna find you, we're gonna catch you, and I'm putting you in the Iron Bull. You're not getting out of this one.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I agree. No. Oh no, it's not the Iron Bull, it's the Bronze Bull.
Is the Iron Bull like a different type of joint?
It's the Iron Eagle. You mix them up.
Okay. See, I'm sorry. It just be so many.
It's so many.
It's just so many devices. I just be losing.
Iron melts a niggas too hot. Bronze, the niggas inside, they getting.
Yeah.
They getting wet.
They are doing what?
I didn't want to say getting cooked, but there's some moisture in there, so the niggas they getting.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
It's the industry anyway, so.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just like, the nigga is crazy. Nigga bugged out. Oh, he's crazy. Oh wow. Niggas use the victim's scorched bones to make bracelets. Yeah, let's get up out of here. Get up out of here. Ladies and gents, Tekken rank players, not King players. Thank you for being here with us for another one.
Eddie players especially, what's up with y'all?
And Eddie players. And if you play King and Eddie, ooh. If I can,
gotta be racially motivated.
If it's dark on the street, anywhere you live, and you are outside by yourself as a King and Eddie player, you're not gonna make it. I will find you. Maybe it is, and if it is, then I. And here it comes next. All right, ladies and gents, been another 128. We out of here.